Welcome to the Mobsters podcast. Please be aware that the content of this podcast is primarily social commentary and represents the personal opinions of the hosts and guests. It is not intended to be a statement of fact or an official stance on any issues discussed. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage listeners to seek out professional advice for any factual matters or decisions. Listener discretion is advised.
So let me explain why I can't wear my...
Why you have to come and dress up on the
why
pod?
I wear them while on the pod.
Yes.
That's why I'm getting into character.
You piss me off. You really annoy.
Just let guys know that this is a me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the funniest thing. The number of guys who met me this weekend were saying Aurelia.
Aurelia.
Everyone, bro. Aurelia.
Yeah. That's the first thing. But secondly, rings make it really hard to do some shit for me, bro.
How?
Like when I'm setting up, for some reason the rings
It feels
be bothering
bulky.
me. Like when I'm carrying things, the rings make it uncomfortable.
Like
Does
here?
it feel like
Yeah.
does it feel like they're gonna fall? That the rings are gonna slide
No,
off?
it just hurts my fingers, bro.
Oh,
For example, when I'm
sorry.
carrying the bags, it bothers me. When I'm like carrying the equip, I just don't feel as comfortable with the rings on. So,
Yeah, you need to wear them more, but you're in office. Like to get
I'll wear them
used to
when I'm
it.
Have I just not seen you in all white in a while?
why?
You look nice in white. Yeah.
I feel like I've been wearing very like
Earthy.
white colors though.
No, but you always add something.
You've
like
been wearing like
all
nude
white.
colors.
Yeah.
Like earthy. Yeah.
Earthy, yeah, but all white. No, I think
Thank you.
I don't consider you dark skinned, but I think dark skinned people look amazing in
Guys,
white.
tell me in the comments. Am I dark skinned?
You know it.
I'm not a dark skinned man.
No,
You're
you're
not
not.
a dark skinned man.
I'm not dark skinned.
No.
Tell her in the comments. That should be telling me my DMs.
Ah! Uncle, you're a chocolate
Yeah,
drop.
dark skinned
Tell her
king.
in the comments.
Aye. The guys are lying to you.
Bruh, I
Right?
came to a wild discovery today, man.
Yeah,
First of all, I got back in the gym last weekend.
lovely.
But I also went at the beginning of the week, no, midweek, I went to this place to buy supplements.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm dead serious, bro.
Fair enough.
Dead serious.
Yeah, okay.
But I do this every year.
You've been dead
At least
serious
every
annually.
year. At least every year. I'll get a jolt and I'll buy some subs. And I will gain some muscle. Then I'll just stop taking the subs.
What are the subs for?
No, you'll you'll get stressed. You'll stop taking the subs.
Yeah.
You'll stop eating.
Yeah.
And then,
To reach my protein requirement.
yeah.
I got something crazy this time. It will either give me muscles or give me diabetes. one of the two. One will come first because the amount of calories in the thing I'm
You
taking
lie.
Yes.
No, but
and the amount of protein, I put into chat and chat said, listen, this is more protein to put in
Yeah.
your body at one go.
but
So I would recommend that you do like half in
but
the
to
morning,
be
half in the
fair,
How often do you
especially
take it?
when you're Melvin, when you're having a stressful like time,
evening. I've been eating that.
you don't eat.
I've been eating that.
Like he'll be there until you have been in court. I remember to eat at 8 p.m. As in,
Yeah, can't be me.
you
No, I've
get
been remembering. Mind you, I always know what I'm supposed to eat, but like eating is just not the priority at that time.
yeah,
And I'm going for one of those weeks. Next week I
Yeah.
have got every day.
yeah.
So anyways, yeah, what was I? But now when I went to buy the supplement, right? I wish I could shout the guys out. When I went to buy a supplement, I met a guy there, and he's like a trainer, the guy who owns the shop or runs the shop, I don't know. So I told the guy, man, honestly, I do this every year. I saw you last year, but you don't remember me, but me, I remember you. So I'm hoping this one will work out. What I said, okay. He asked me, how many eggs do you eat? Said, how?
Brother,
Most guys say, how is your eating order? He said, how many eggs
Guys.
do you eat?
on TikTok, eat an Why are you eating 14 eggs
This guy told
Those
me.
In
are
a
gym
day.
guys. Those are gym
This
guys.
guy recommended to me.
in a day?
He said, you should be having 6 eggs. 6 eggs a day. I said,
Like boiled
"6 a
eggs.
day?" I asked him, like, boiled? He said, no, either boiled or
In
however
any
you want to
form,
have them.
yeah.
But you should be
So
having at
6
least
times
6 a day.
7, 42 eggs a week.
42 blood, bro.
Blood
That
clot,
was
Rassclat,
many
eggs a
eggs.
week,
bombo
bro.
clat.
You know that's like more than a tray. Isn't a tray of eggs
It's more
30?
than a tray, yeah.
Mind you, these guys don't be able just doing it for a brief period. No, this is how these guys live.
Yes.
6
So I
eggs
said,
a
guy,
day.
bro, how many eggs do you have a day? How many you said?
How many?
10 eggs a day. I was like, bruh. You see, this is how guys start getting heart problems.
How much was he?
No, he's pumped.
Pumped.
And he's a trainer.
But you see, that's the thing. He wants to make you like him.
No, he didn't tell him 10. He told him
6.
6.
Yeah, but
He
like,
takes 10.
did you tell him like, what do you want? Like to get muscle?
You told him what you want. Yeah.
I told him, no, I'm trying to gain a bit of muscle
Yeah.
and keep it pushing.
Okay, I guess maybe.
6 eggs a day.
That's where you start
But
from.
that's 6 eggs a day for the rest of my life.
So let me ask.
You see, here's my
He
issue.
said, and you know, those things of not taking the eggs was for back then when we couldn't afford. Man. But today you can afford 6 eggs a day. I was like, bro, can I afford 6 eggs a day? I was started doing the math, bro. I was like, I guess, but man, my family will look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, exactly. When they come on, like, there's like a line that's missing in the tray.
Brother, when the tray is done by Fryo, they'll be like, Azzy.
Now Melvin has to buy all the eggs in the house.
No. Melvin has to have his separate tray.
Actually,
The guy's tray can't be your tray.
Yeah.
And he said, to be fair, he said you can have 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening.
Yeah.
But no, what world am I having 3 eggs in the
It's just the number, bro. 6 eggs.
But let me ask you this.
It's like a snack. You're casually chilling and you pop an egg.
No, you fool. You can't just have an omelette in the morning. Let me ask. So
It's
you're
still
gonna
an omelette if it's 6 eggs, bro. That's like a family omelette. That is. Yo,
So,
that is not.
let me ask. So you're gonna have 6 eggs a day, all your normal meals, plus the protein subs. Kawa.
That's something nuts.
Type 2 blood.
Although I've only taken it.
You're going to come here with cannulas for the rest of our
You see,
pods.
I've
bro.
only taken it for 2 days, but I've had it as breakfast on both of those days. Actually, I think I got this thing on Thursday. I had it Friday morning
And today.
morning.
So it's supposed to be 1 pill a day.
It's not a
Not
pill.
pill, it's a
Powder.
shake.
A pill. Imagine if it was a pill, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was a pill. Eh?
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's gonna be interesting.
Does it make you feel super full? You get full really easily.
I get full easily, of course. The first day, I didn't eat anything after.
No, Melvin, eh?
Like I had it and I didn't eat it. Didn't eat anything.
Why would you do that?
But are you seeing how he's negating?
No, listen. I'm not saying I didn't eat anything for the rest of that day. I didn't have anything else for breakfast after
Okay.
having it. The next thing I ate was
So
lunch.
instead of pushing your 6 eggs, you just had lunch.
I dipped. First of all, I was in a rush, man. I also sometimes be in a rush in the morning.
Sometimes eggs, they take time, bro.
Yeah, I'm not going to wait over 15 minutes for these eggs to boil. I need to be at work in the next 5.
So just know, as soon as you wake up,
Yeah.
Put your
Boil
eggs
the
to
eggs.
boil, shower,
I see, man, boiled eggs.
Man.
Get to a point where you're like, bro, relax, bro. You know, like it's. And you know, they say egg yolk, it has a lot of cholesterol in it.
Yeah.
it
Can
does.
really mess you up.
It does.
Yeah.
In
It
fact,
does.
you'll see a lot of these guys, they take the yolk out. They'll eat just the
Yeah,
white.
to be fair, most guys just do egg white.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do that.
That feels wasteful.
You're
bro.
going to be throwing away
I was
6
like,
yolks.
bruh, what
a
else
day.
can we do with egg yolks, man? How can we?
I tell you,
How
yellow
can
yolks.
we repurpose these yolks, man? Can we put them like in a gravy? Can we make like a sauce? You know what I mean? Eh?
You're a
I don't know.
fool.
Tell me in the comments. The chefs, tell me what I can do with egg yolks.
Yolks.
Again,
Boiled
'Cause
egg
I'm not
yolks.
about to throw away.
I'm not one to like just take a guy telling me 6 eggs without tests being run, bro.
Yeah. I'm the test nut.
My brother.
This is real life. You live and learn.
Yeah, I need tests before a guy tells me to gain 6
You're
eggs a
speaking
day.
like a guy who's not determined.
Yeah. You see, at the end of the day,
That shit, do you ever, you're not on TikTok. There's this guy called the word Joshua One Nuka or something. He reacts to people's food.
yeah.
There's a plate of some gym guy.
Eh,
He had 7 eggs, 10 chicken wings.
That looks like a regular meal sometimes.
Yes.
But I'll tell you this.
That's insane,
and what? Oh, something Nigerian.
yeah.
So this guy
Fufu.
said, "But what type of proteinous?" Yeah,
What is your protein daily target, bro?
and mind you, this is
See,
lunch.
yeah?
It's just lunch. But
Yeah.
have lunch with me. So what type of proteinous
Yeah.
type of behavior is this?
Yeah.
For me, it's just like, I won't lie to you.
It's never that
I'm
deep.
not trying to get bulked like I'm bodybuilding. Nah. So like, for what I want to achieve, I will do a different thing. You're not going to
Yeah.
make me gain 10 chicken wings,
No, but you have
7 eggs.
you have different goals and needs than him.
Yeah,
He barely
definitely.
eats.
Because me, look, I just need to get lean.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe, but 6 eggs.
Let me not say yeah as if like I have a problem with how you look, man.
It looks
Okay,
We don't
kiss.
agree, bro.
Kiss.
You know, you might not agree. And,
And he goes and cries.
this shit is true.
the rest of the pod, I'm just like
man.
nonchalant, man.
Yeah, like,
That's-
there's something Melvin said, man.
That shit stuck with me, man. That shit stuck with me.
We love each other on this pod.
Yeah, anyway, man. I just thought that was hilarious, bro. I
That's
can't believe
funny.
guys are eating that many eggs in
Yeah.
one
That guy
go,
is
bro.
eating. That guy eats 70 eggs a week.
What is wrong with you, bro?
Those 2 trays and some change.
As I won't
Like
lie,
the extinction of chickens.
That guy should have
Brother.
his own chicken farm.
your cuckoo
Brother.
better be his,
Yeah,
man.
he should
Because
have his own chicken
And let me tell you this: if he's eating
But do you know
exotic,
what
the
eating
the
seven-
grey egg, like
Yeah.
the grey yolk,
Yeah.
ew.
But you know,
a grey boiled
have your
yolk, I
own-
never taste the difference.
if
The
you have
yellow
your
one
own
tastes
chicken
amazing.
farm,
And you
and you are
eat.
eating 70 of those eggs,
Where is the profit?
that farm would be in the ground. Like,
That's actual subsistence farming, no
I'm
profit. They're
telling
just for you.
man.
literally.
Do you guys ever wonder why these guys, like the whites, their eggs are so white?
Oh.
Those guys, their farming is very like edited, bro. They do other shit to their farming.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Oh,
know.
the white
Bigger
people.
shells. Yeah.
The shells are so white.
Yeah.
Bruh, their shit
Yesterday-
is their chicken hens might be reaching adulthood in 36 hours. Their shit is not cow.
See now, if I'm eating 6 local eggs, I might not. Okay, if I'm eating local eggs, I might not need 6.
Why?
If they are
Local
proper
eggs,
free
yeah,
range,
yeah.
Free
But-
range, those yellow yolk eggs.
I might not need
Look at
6
this
of them.
fool.
I might need like
Why?
3. Yeah, something less.
You started to find loopholes, Melvin, and this is why again next year you'll be starting over.
Yeah, I'll be like, man, I did it again.
Hey, you thought we were getting a permanent solution? Nada.
So should I try it?
This is for
Yeah.
summer.
You think I should try it?
Yes,
6
at least
bloody
for a
eggs.
month.
6 eggs.
Just
Okay.
give it a month.
Okay, starting
Alright,
today,
cool.
6 eggs.
Just give it a
Starting
month.
tomorrow morning.
Is there like a
6 eggs a day.
Guys, on that note,
Like in a single
subscribe to
meal?
patrons that Melvin
Yeah.
can afford.
6 eggs, not in a single meal.
thank you?
For breakfast in the morning.
How much is a tray of
Six
eggs?
eggs.
Like 14 bob?
No, they said okay.
No,
to be fair,
local 20 something.
I can split it up like that. But how many meals
Who
in a day
wants
do
to-
I have eggs?
Right? Who wants to eat eggs in the
Yeah.
evening?
Yeah. What am I doing eating eggs? What? Let me go home for lunch. I have some eggs, bro.
You have to eat your eggs like
It's not
Geno's,
Ghana,
man.
bro.
It's just like, hey,
I'm not fucking Asamoah Gyan, bro. Relax.
Hero.
I'm not Kwame Nkrumah, man.
I'm dead.
Anyways, bro, welcome to our Mobsters Subs podcast,
Welcome,
man.
welcome.
I'm Melvin.
Sydney.
Wendy.
Casper.
Yes, and this is episode
150. Come on.
Wild.
Come
Wild.
on.
I can't
Wow,
believe it,
wow,
man.
wow,
I
guys.
cannot believe it. bro.
Kongs.
Yeah, someone in the comments last time said it felt like we've done more. It feels like we've done more to me as well.
Yeah, same. Same.
But at 100, it didn't feel like we had done more.
But
It
you
felt
know what's
like-
crazy?
Felt right. I don't know.
In a year, there are 52 weeks.
Yeah.
150 is
Yeah.
almost 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be 3 years. It
Yeah,
shouldn't
it's
have-
almost,
it-
but remember
Yes.
YouTube episodes, you had some gaps.
Yeah,
but it's about right.
150 is not a small number, by
It's
the
not
way.
a
It's
wow,
not.
guys.
It's not,
Yeah.
bro.
Bro, thank you guys so much for riding with us, man. All 150 of these episodes for the main pod, guys. Patreon guys, I think you've ridden with us for like 400 episodes. At this point, man.
Listen,
Patron guys have bathed, man.
So we love you all, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, man. How's everyone feeling today?
yeah, man.
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
We started almost on time.
Almost.
Yeah.
So that's one clap for the team.
Woo.
Very close to on time. 30 minutes late.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Casper and I slept at like 4 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
Don't
wo-
make it seem like
What
we're
were you guys
together.
doing?
Okay. No. Okay, relax.
That's suspicious.
Relax.
Suspicious.
Relax.
Suspicious. Yeah.
Nah. We were in different divisions of the city.
Hey.
On the same network.
No. No. Oh, do you have him on Snap?
I do, but I
On
don't think
Snap,
I
you
was
could
on
see he was turning up. So we come here today, and then I was saying, oh, yesterday I slept late. I was BSing around on TikTok and learning TikTok dances.
Yeah.
Then Melvin said, I also saw on Snap that Sydney was up. Yeah.
I was up, but I wasn't outside. I was just up.
He
have
was
that
at a
among the
house
topics?
party. Do we what?
You have that among the topics?
What he was doing. Where he was.
No, like the dancing thingies.
I said, you want me to jump up and dance, young?
No, I'm just asking like whether
You
you'd
can
be
cut
like,
your head off.
I learned this new dance move and I wanna like try it or something.
Hey, Junjo.
Yeah, Casper, do your thing.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. First of all, happy 150 to everybody, the mobsters, the patrons, to us. So, if you're new here, welcome to the Mobsters podcast. We're glad to have you. If you're returning, guys, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Your favorite audio-visual podcast.
Yep.
Available on YouTube and wherever else you get pods, audio pods. We're also available on social media. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, the Mobsters podcast. Follow us, DM us, tell us anything you feel like telling us. If you feel like sending us a sub and we've not yet posted the links on our IG story and our Snap, the links are available in the IG highlight, Mobsters Subs. Yes. Now, last but not least, Patreon. Patreon is the app that facilitates this podcast, without which we would not be around. So to all the patrons thus far, we love you. Thank you for riding with us. For those wanting to join, it will run you only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 USD. It will give you early access to merch. It will give you access to 2 pods a week. It will give you access to whatever side quests we go on. We're going on 1 this week, right? Yeah. It will give you access to whatever side quests we go on. So yeah, man, join us and enable us by 42 eggs for Melvin a week.
Yeah.
I think you want him to achieve his goals.
Yellow yolk eggs.
Yellow yolk, yes. So yeah, man, welcome, man.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Silo Restaurant.
Shout out to
I
Silo
realize some guys have
Restaurant.
been confusing this with Silo Bar. This is
Silo
Silo
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Also located
When the
at
sky
plot
behind,
15.
yes.
Located at
Vandali
the same
Rise.
But it's
When
a
you
different
start
entity.
seeing the light behind us
going
beaming,
down, it's becoming bar. You have seen that?
it's like restaurant, resto bar.
Aha.
Yeah.
This is the restaurant.
This
Shout out
is
Silo
the
Restaurant.
Open from 1 p.m. to 7?
I wanna
About
say
7?
7 p.m. Yeah.
6, 7. That's when it combats
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
into Silo Bar and Club.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing food, amazing cocktails. We shall be reviewing everything. We have honest opinions.
Yes.
By
If you
like
ever
episode
want-
170 would have gone the menu.
Yeah. If you ever want to see the food up close, we also post it. We show it in the pod.
Yeah.
But for those who listen via audio, we also post it on our IG.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
So far, we've had the meat platter,
Yes.
which is a spectacular meat platter. I don't know any other place that has. Do you guys do only like plain meat platters?
The one place I knew closed. So
Yeah, bro. Meat platter is spectacular, bro. And then the hot pocket wrap. Top 3 wrap in Kampala.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Top
Don't
2.
argue if you've never tried it.
top
Yeah.
top top top
Try it, argue. Don't argue if you've never tried it.
We need proof of you trying it. You want hypotheticals, is and whens and whatnot.
top 2 for me. I won't lie.
We tried the margarita,
Yes.
a cocktail.
Yes.
There's a lot of guys fast margaritas. Stable cocktail.
She tried the Nile.
Yeah, she tried an now
Stable beer.
Yeah,
I tried it on
chilled.
Patreon.
Properly chilled.
Not on YouTube.
Properly chilled.
Yeah.
And today we're trying something else. We're trying the
No,
Island.
Blue Island.
Blue Island.
Yeah.
Right? Like a Long Island, but it's blue.
Yeah.
So I guess it's the
Yeah,
ocean.
I guess.
I don't know.
I'll
Anyway.
find out.
Yeah, man. What are we doing today, man? What are we talking about?
We have a few topics. I don't think we should do all the topics in one go
Okay.
because we've got to take care of.
Oh,
our
Do we have
weekly-
MJPS?
Before we go to the topic.
Oh, we do have Mobsters Primary School, and we have a small change.
Twist.
All right, cool.
Okay. Before we do any of that, guys, follow me on IG. At Chief Holmes. I've realized some of the chicks I'm sliding on. They require me to have a certain number. It seems. Because there are certain DMs where I am in the request. I've been in the request for a bit too long. I think they think that I'm just an unserious. So follow me so that I can now. I want to add.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
First of all, why are you making people think that you're only sliding to celeb chicks, bro? Or like
Not
chicks
the regular chicks, bro.
So
Some chicks are fucking. Some chicks are that in it.
we're going to
Definitely
talk in
sound
public,
because
in
of their
private.
request.
Yes.
No. Like, is it not facing that side?
Yeah.
So, but let me ask.
Yeah.
So, how do you know it's because you have like 2,000 and something?
I don't know. I actually don't know how many followers.
You have about
Let me check, let me
2,000
check, let me check, let me check, let me check.
So, how do you know it's not? It's about the followers. What if they just don't feel your shit?
Okay, let me first get the followers. We'll find out.
Because you're even public.
Put me up
So-
to like 20K, then we'll know if it's just
listen.
about me or if it's about
Because
the
you're even
followers.
public.
Yeah.
So if they have the ability to go see your pages,
but
what
I
if they
mean-
just don't feel your shit?
What if I'm just lost in their requests? What if they have more
Mob
requests,
requests.
and I'm just lost there?
So you think it will stand out if
Yeah.
you have?
When I get a check mark and I have 20K.
Oh, I thought didn't IG change
20K
its
is
things?
nuts.
Don't you
You
get
know-
a check mark? Like, don't you pay for it or
You
something?
know what I
like
would have to do to get
that? You
it?
pay for a check mark.
Yeah, but a check
You have
mark
a
would
stable
be 3K.
number.
I have 3K.
Yeah.
3K
A
is
check
not
mark-
little,
yeah,
bro.
but a check mark with 3K looks thirsty. What are you doing?
You pay.
Yeah, why are you posting that thing, bro? You're not that public of a figure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you have 20.
To be fair, you have a pod.
Yeah.
Did you put
It's actually a
public figure?
figure.
He is a public
The,
figure.
the numbers don't make you a public figure.
Follow the Mobsters
actual status,
podcast
which makes
and
you-
follow me, Achieve.
Yeah,
Achieve Hamza.
follow.
You have nothing. Put
Sydney,
public
do you want
figure.
them to follow you also?
I don't use my IG much.
Follow
But
the
yeah,
Mobsters
please,
podcast.
follow me as well.
Chifa Humza. When did you want them to follow you?
Nada.
I send reels. That's the one thing I do. So follow
But
me.
you're not going to send all of them.
Yeah, when send the 5,000 people real.
Yeah, I've told you. I've
But
been
it's-
transparent. I've told you why I want it.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
clear
It will also
with
be
my
weak when
intentions.
the Mobsters IG has 30K.
Yeah.
And I have like 1.5. Relax,
It'll be
guys.
weird.
Follow.
It'll be weird.
Yeah.
Follow Sydney na
When they
tuhamia.
put our things down here. Guys said whenever we tell Win,
To do something. Yeah,
that clip
never.
will never be. That's not true.
Do you know how
but-
dumb it
I
is?
know
Eh?
it's
That's
not
not
true.
Of,
Of-
this will appear
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And then
And
you
it's
know-
not
That's too funny.
that comment killed me, bro.
Oh, man.
Anyways, man, what are we discussing? We have to start with the national budget, bro.
Yeah.
We have to start with the national budget. This week, the Minister of Finance, Matia Kasaija,
Matia
guys came for me
Kasaija.
on that vice president thing. Matia Kasaija read the national budget. I think this was on Thursday as well.
Yeah, it was Thursday. First of all, how unserious is that parliament page?
Yeah, those guys are not serious at all, bro.
Which
they think
page?
this is a joke.
On Twitter?
Yeah, they think
I
this is
don't
a
have
joke.
Twitter.
My colleague's money has come with
Yeah.
this picture.
They posted
Relax.
him saying colleagues' money has come.
That's why.
Bro, you guys are not allowed to crack those jokes.
Nah.
that to us.
That's too
No, you
unserious.
guys are not bros. You're
That's
not
a
our bros.
verified page, man. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let's relax.
Anyways, alright. Maybe Casper should read for us the details of our budget, and then we'll react.
What's in the note?
It's in the note. Yeah, it's in the note.
Okay. So, the national budget,
Yep.
72.14 trillion Ugandan shillings.
Yeah.
Ugandan shillings.
Same size as last year, but the focus this time is different. It's all about what they're calling full monetization of the economy. So simply put, government wants to help Ugandans make money, especially through agriculture, small business, industrial parks, and tech.
This
Infrastructure.
qualifies as tech, I feel like.
So they need to inject
Yeah, this is tech.
Is this tech or communication?
This is tech.
this tech.
Have you had communication? Have you read it? Be for real.
I'm just converting that thing to dollars.
Okay, infrastructure.
72 trillion, 20 bill,
72 trillion Ugandan shillings.
To doll.
$20 billion apparently.
It is, yeah, $20 billion.
Infrastructure. A solid 6.9 trillion is going into roads, rail, flyovers, and industrial parks, with a special focus on Greater Kampala. So a smoother traffic might not just be a dream. So
Okay.
smoother traffic, rather.
Okay, let's stop there.
Yeah, I feel like let's
I
stop
hope
there.
to God, Bugolobi Luzira Mutungo is Greater Kampala.
It is Greater Kampala.
I hope so. I need this road to be complete in this financial year.
I will tell you
And I
this.
need to be complete in such a way.
They have
there
finished
is
that
no
greener
dust.
road. Me and
Yeah,
Kawa.
finish it. I want pavements. I want grass.
I want grass.
I want
On the
grass.
side.
Yeah.
I
And
do not want
You want
to
a boulevard.
I do not want to stand outside in Bugolobi and see a cloud of dust in the
dust.
air.
yeah. And I want lights.
A street light.
I want lights.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to be scared to walk from my house to Middle East. Okay. But good call, 6 point whatever trillion. Good infrastructure.
Electricity and access. Over 1 trillion Ugandan shillings has been set aside to expand electricity. Uganda's grid now produces over 2,000 megawatts, and 60% of the country has access to power.
So wait, that's particularly to expand.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
for UETCL.
There's no maintenance.
Both, I think. It's for both.
I hope it's for both.
That's the UETCL.
The infrastructure is somehow right now. I won't lie. Yeah.
I think that's all for UETCL. I think they're counting the loan that they already took and the
1
whatever they'll
trillion.
get for revenue.
Why does that figure sound small in my head, bro?
Out of 72 trillion, it sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do they use 2,000 megawatts? Why don't they just use 2 gigawatts?
Yeah.
Sometimes you say some nerdy shit and I just don't understand it. I'm not even going to ask you to explain.
He has
it.
cooked
Okay,
though. He has
you,
cooked.
bro.
I wonder if we
Yeah.
still export as much electricity as we used to.
Yeah.
That's just a question.
First of all, exporting electricity when you're not covering all the electricity in your own country is wild work to me.
Auntie, the grid is not there. That's the issue.
Not putting in place the grid.
We have the energy, but the grid is just not there.
Because you need to see it this way. The countries that need the electricity build the infrastructure
Yes.
to be able to get it from us.
Yes.
But us, we don't have the money to build
Build
it
the infrastructure.
for it to be spread throughout the country. So sometimes you're like, man, the opportunity is
Like they give you a gold mine,
Yeah.
you can't refine it, so you give them the gold.
Yeah.
They give you
Do
dime.
you know how wild that is?
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's wild.
It's wild, but
But
it's
man,
real. It's real. It's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Health and education. Health gets 5.8 trillion Ugandan shillings.
5.8.
Think new ambulances, better digital systems, and specialized treatment centers. While education gets 5 trillion Ugandan shillings, including support for UPE, USE, and stadiums as we prepare to host CHAN and AFCON.
That's under education.
Health is
Oh, it's
getting how
education
much?
and sports.
Health is getting how much?
5.
Health is getting 5.8, education is getting 5.
Okay, so that's 10.
10.8.
10.8, yeah.
Combined. Okay.
About 11.
Yes.
Okay, stadiums, I get it.
Yeah. AFCON is
But
coming.
for me, education.
Guys, not
my
to be
issue
a
is
girl,
not the
eh?
education
What's
money.
CHAN?
AFCON and CHAN, those are like
I know
continental
AFCON. I know what Africa Cup
both
of
them-
Nations
Both
is.
of them are
Okay,
continental.
CHAN is
CHAN in
local
full?
players.
Yeah.
Eh?
Like, it's AFCON, but for local players.
Or they'll not like grab guys who have gone to
Salah.
Chelsea. What?
No,
Okay.
no, it's local players.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we're
but-
hosting those.
Yeah, combined. I actually want to attend that tournament because it's Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania.
Yeah. East Africa.
I think, yeah.
Whatever the body controlling that, do they like give us some money? As this thing?
Tufunira
Ideally,
Mugwa.
they should, but I don't know if they will. What is
It's
it
good for
called?
tourism. It's good for things
Yeah.
like that.
So it's the government which foots that bill.
Not the entire thing. Ideally, they should give you some money, but I know that's for World Cup. I don't know about because World Cup is FIFA. FIFA gives the country some money. I don't know about the African thing. I
Yeah,
think it
there's
might be
some money,
different.
but
man.
there's not enough money to build a stadium or to do
Yeah.
anything.
To be fair, I've seen the works on the Vipers Stadium, but that's private. They have also done Mandela Ize, the national stadium. So
Vipers is privately owned.
Vipers, yeah.
yeah, it's privately owned. That's the
St.
Chitende
Mary's.
thing.
Yeah.
St. Mary's. Yeah. I guess we'll see. But for
Or
me,
maybe
my
they'll
issue with the
contract
education
like
is
him,
not
like-
the.
They'll pay him to use his stadium.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably will. My issue is not the education, it's the education system and syllabus, bro. I think it's to change.
But it
Didn't they
changed.
change of recent?
It changed.
Then don't O level. Didn't you nib O level change?
I wouldn't know.
It
I
changed.
don't-
Changed the syllabus.
You
They
didn't
did, eh?
see
Yeah.
the most
Yeah,
results
because
that
they're
came
studying
out.
very differently from us.
No one could understand their results.
Cool. Maybe, I guess.
Their things are different.
I just don't like how it's very white-centric.
Archaic.
It's changed a bit. It's changed quite a bit. Yeah.
I hope
Step in the right direction.
for kids that are in Oliver right now. Apparently, we have a bunch of teenage followers or
Tell us,
listeners.
man.
Tell us, guys. I hope you're
Our-
not still learning Canadian prairies.
Our
for
education
Christ's
was
sake.
very colonial. So tell us.
I
Tell us.
hope you're not learning Canadian prairies.
Also,
I
if we
beg.
have any teachers who
That's
Worcestershire. What were those?
a
Manitoba.
sauce, no? What you've just mentioned is a sauce.
what is that?
Saskatchewan.
Sure.
Looking for Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan and Manitoba, Alberta, them ones now.
I beg of you. I pray you guys are not learning that.
I'm sure we have some teachers as well.
Yeah.
let us know, man. Let us know.
Number 4, agriculture and wealth creation. Government is investing over 4.3 trillion Ugandan shillings into programs like the Parish Development Model, Emyoga, and Youth Entrepreneurship.
I have no idea what that is.
PDM.
They're basically giving people money for small business.
Yes, they give you money to do something.
I guess.
They give it to groups. They don't give it to individuals.
So you have to create like a circle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Water.
This is a group. I feel like this is a group.
Ma,
This is a
who
group
do
of-
we
We can
contact?
start a
Yeah,
circle.
it's a group of
PDM
MJP
guys.
circle, man.
Tell us to. Tell
And
us.
if we ask our audience to sign a petition that they're part of the group,
Yeah.
I will get it.
This is us.
Is there a
First of all-
minimum number of individuals?
Build a studio.
First of all, we are the youth.
Yeah.
Number 1.
We have that.
We're
part.
into tech.
Yes.
Number 2.
Education.
When do just his tech shit?
Yes.
Right.
Our grids, our gigabytes.
Right.
what-
Whatever. Our
That's a jazz meeting.
428 squared.
Yeah, that's a jazz
shit.
meeting. That's a jazz meeting.
Sports, we are there. Education, we are there.
Yeah. We're eating 6 eggs a day.
Wealth creation.
Agriculture.
Agriculture. Takes over. Very relaxed. TDM.
Nah, we have to tap into this, but
Yeah.
okay. Water, climate, and community support. About 700 billion Ugandan shillings goes toward clean water, climate change, and helping vulnerable families.
I'll let you know how much they care
Not
about
mad at
that.
that, bro.
700 B.
I'm not mad at that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something is better than nothing. And 700 B is not little money, by
Yeah,
Not
it's
little
not.
money. Yeah.
Security and elections. With 2026 elections around the corner, 9.9 trillion Ugandan shillings will go to the military, police, and electoral logistics.
Yeah, I look forward to the year that health and education
Are
and
taking
that stuff get more money
the-
than security.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that happens anywhere.
But it's an election year, so
But still, I don't think in any country is the education budget bigger than security.
no. But there are countries where that has happened. Where that happens, I think that in those countries where healthcare is free, the
Yes.
guys will never be going to war. Those guys in the middle there, over Sweden, over what.
The Slavic countries.
Yes.
Yes. I guess. But
Well,
we are far
guys.
from that.
No, all I can say is
We are
this.
far from
if
that.
you ever pay attention and see what has the Ugandan masses the most annoyed, it's the state of the health system in Uganda.
So painful.
That's their biggest. That's the biggest grievance.
That one is bad. I agree.
It's really
What
bad.
was the health thing again? 5.8, right?
Yeah.
This
Five.
one is 9.9.
Yeah.
You know, like there is budgeting as an individual, but I feel like it would make more sense if they would pick a year and be like, now this year we are focusing on health, next year you're focusing on security and all that.
The problem is that when you
That's
decide to
tough.
focus on health, is when the coup will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
That's
think that
tough.
that's like,
That's
yeah,
tough.
we
That's
need to
tough. That's
protect the
tough. Yeah.
power.
I guess also in the bigger countries, it's kind of different because security and military are privatized. So that makes their budgets also. Now you have to pay the private guys what. For us, it's just to keep the country stable, man.
But also our president is a soldier, bro. He's not a doctor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, just plainly speaking, that will have to be the priority. you know.
Plainly speaking, that will be the priority, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's at the end of the day, no matter how much you enforce security and whatnot, health is big enough to cause a wound so great that it would lead to an uprising.
I guess.
Man,
Like if you
I don't know where the uprising
if you
will
ever
start.
pay attention to the
you guys are
things,
sick.
no,
Uprising guys are too
if
sick, right?
you're a fool. If you ever pay attention to the things people say when government affiliated people pass away on socials,
It's always,
it's
always that.
Yeah.
you get.
It's always fix the hospitals. And
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like no, actually, it's reached a point where people are not even fix their hospitals. They're like, yeah, thank God, yeah, you feel it. This is what the normal Ugandan is going through every day,
Yeah.
and you had access to stuff, as we didn't.
And it's even crazy that when the actual people in the government fall sick, they're exported out.
Yeah,
They go to
because
outside
Exported
hospitals.
is nuts.
Yeah.
but
They're flown out.
Yeah.
because we don't have the facilities or the staff or the
I
the
mean,
staff is
our
not being
healthcare system
adequately
is
paid.
also things like insurance, man. There's a very small section of Ugandans that have it.
because it's a
So
luxury.
your bill is on you, bro.
2% is the penetration of insurance, right?
2%? I didn't even know that.
It's a luxury. And
2% is mad.
And the government
50 million.
is not doing anything to provide or to subsidize insurance for the common Ugandan. So it's a luxury.
Guys, first relax. 2% is 1 million people.
Yeah.
That's less than Kampala's population.
Okay, so when you're paying for medical insurance, can you like do it like how it's done in the US, where you call like 911 and these guys can actually come
You
Yeah.
can.
for the ambulance?
You
and all
can.
that?
Yeah.
If your insurance is
Insurance
like
covers.
AR, what?
Yeah.
those
As long
things,
as you need to check your coverage, your policy.
Yeah.
As long as your policy covers certain things, you call people, they take you, you go to the hospital, they treat you, whatever.
yeah. I feel like we should have an insurance pod one day.
Well, on this health topic, this week we're doing our screening.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be interesting, man. That should be. I've been seeing actually a lot of Revive posts about like people getting checked. I think they're calling it lifestyle checks,
Yeah.
lifestyle checkups.
Yeah.
So I'm interested, bro, to see like my full body composition.
Yeah.
See what
Shout out Dr. Amanda, man. She's
Shout
doing
Shout out
something
Dr.
special.
Amanda, yeah.
So that should be fun, man.
I think
That's going to be
Are
interesting
we
because
going to
I've
take
not
the
done a test
patrons
in like
along
a
with
week.
us?
We can try.
Yeah.
We can try.
Like
Yeah.
do a clip for them.
Yeah, while we're getting checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
It's not that we're doing that when we talk about health.
Yeah, listen.
It is
At
what
the
it
end of
is.
the day.
man.
They'll come by the time they come.
At the end of the day, we're also in our
Okay,
20s. So.
you know we had planned to do that today, and it still happened. I was gonna be like, if they check my blood sugar today,
90% boost.
Yeah. I'm also kind of worried
Those
what
figures
the,
will
what
not
the
be-
eggs and cholesterol are going to do to my thingy. I don't want them to throw guys
Relax,
off.
relax.
you have.
We want to
You're going
give
to
a disclaimer, mama.
This guy is going to
I've been
cane.
eating 6 eggs
Yeah,
a
it
day.
must be
Man.
those eggs, man.
But it's, by the time we do this test, this guy would have made 18 eggs. Bro.
You know, it's just 2 days.
Remember?
Think of
Anyway.
when they stuck on the guy who's eating 10 eggs a day. In 3 days, he eats a tray.
Wait,
Yeah. Meanwhile, I
30
found that
eggs,
guy,
bro.
I found that guy in his shop with a 2-liter bottle of Renzori. And you know the color of creatine?
Yeah.
Pink. He drinks 2 liters of creatine before he goes to the gym.
Yeah, man.
In addition to his 10
10
eggs a day.
All
And whatever else he's taking.
and I can promise you, his meals must be so obscenely proteinous.
Brother.
So obscenely proteinous.
Guys, this is the Blue Island we just got.
What's the difference between the Blue Lagoon and the Blue Island?
the Blue Lagoon is
Oh,
non-alcoholic.
the Blue Lagoon is non-alcoholic,
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah. Hard.
Cool.
It
Shout
has
out
5
the health
different
sector, man.
alcohols in it. They didn't even tell us what alcohols, but it has
I
5
know.
different alcohols in it.
What if it's just like
Like the 5
a
dragons.
shot of Nilo, a shot of...
I can't be Nilo.
Nilo,
I
be
would have
relaxed.
seen a
man.
Nilo. We would have seen a Nilo in this one. It's
Shout
too
out the
clear.
health sector of UG, man.
What's the next one
Yeah.
that we're discussing on this budget?
Let me first sip my drink.
Okay.
Okay, before you even go to that, I want to
It was
ask
supposed
you
to
guys,
cheers before you sip, bro.
No,
You
you're
want me to
ready.
stand up and cheers?
Yeah.
Someone said, I'm inching closer and
Inching,
closer.
inching
Gay.
step by step.
Next time you show us an
Bring
ear.
your hand here. Do the cheers with it.
Hold up.
guys will Frankenstein puzzle her.
You guys are piecing her together already.
Properly.
Guys, now every time I post a check on my story, I get like 5 DMs that this is Casper, this is Casper, this is Casper.
Guys also be asking me, they're like, were you saying this chick on Melvin's story? Hey guys, I'm not even using my socials right now.
I have 2 options: either stop posting chicks or post chicks every day.
You have to post like 15 babes a week,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. 150.
Episode 150.
Fire.
My tongue.
That's liquor. That's liquor. Well, that tastes good, actually.
It tastes good, but like
tastes good.
I can taste the bottom of the glass already, bro.
Yeah, that tastes good.
Yeah.
When they better take pictures of that thing for.
Yes. When
Actually, I
I
should
won't lie to you.
bring your phone and take a picture.
If my tongue turns blue, it's on you, bro.
how wait, Sydney,
Go ahead.
you're acting like that's the worst possible thing that could happen.
On camera, my tongue being blue.
Yeah.
Now relax.
The way they were
Like, you find a
testing
way
after.
not to include.
First of all, small side thingy.
Okay.
You know how I said, Mbo, I'm going to use you boys to generate traffic to our IG.
Yeah.
My girls, my women, you're too easy, bro.
Is it?
When I posted Sydney, 52 seconds later, there was a sub in the NGL. Sydney's too fine.
Okay, man. Let's first finish the budget. Let's first finish the budget.
You guys are too easy, bro.
Till once we do this
You've
health
been
check.
promoting Melvin.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And he hadn't even seen that post when they were promoting him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Wait,
What's
after
the
this
next
health check and we get locked in, and I also start doing supplements, it's over for all of you.
When
Over.
you're baying 6 eggs a day.
Wait, but tell me they might be like 8.
10.
Yeah.
That guy was about your size. 10.
No, when he comes here with a 5-liter water bottle filled with
Pink,
creatine,
bro.
pink.
And yolks, bro.
And he tells us, Mama, first put some creatine in my cocktail.
I know. Bodybuilders be going too crazy, bro. Like, I can have like a jerry can here bro, and a straw.
with Pora.
Yeah.
Okay. Debt situation.
It's too fine.
Uganda's debt now stands at
Oh, thank God we
100.
took a drink before date, bro.
Right.
Because that was the nastiest read there.
Uganda's debt now stands at 116 trillion Ugandan shillings. That's about 52% of the GDP. It's still considered manageable, in quotes, but borrowing will be scaled back starting July 2025, especially from external lenders.
I definitely took note of that. When
That's
I was,
interesting.
Because they were reading the budget when I had just gotten home to have lunch. And I noticed that it seems like a lot of this budget is
Debt
going to be domestically funded.
funded.
And even that debt, most of it is going to be locally funded debt.
To be fair,
from domestic
what they have
banks.
borrowed, like the last 3 times they borrowed was local.
Rwandan banks.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
interesting. That changed the fact that the debt burden is still quite high.
116 trillion is crazy.
116 trillion. They said it's like 52% of our GDP,
Yeah, that's mad.
which is insane.
So I wonder,
but
is
apparently
there...
not like dangerous, according to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fiscal threshold. But I wonder, is there debt servicing in part of the 72 trillion?
Yes. Is it not the part that you just read? Or?
No.
Because they didn't say that just sounds like a debt
What that
update.
debt
Yeah.
burden.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Oil is coming. The first drop of crude oil is expected in 2026, and government says that when it hits, the economy could grow by double digits. That's where a lot of this optimism stems from.
Double digits is 10 trillion.
Just know, you guys, when this
Plus.
pod becomes about natural resources or
What? Great. We are locked in, bro.
mining, what? We start having miners on that pod as
guys,
guests.
I tell you guys, don't go in the comments and saying, "Hey, you guys got a car, PDM car." Shh.
Act like it's been like this, bro.
You get it?
Act like it's been like this, bro.
Yeah, man. You be posting, I love MJP.
Yeah.
So educational, so
Yes.
youth forward.
Yes.
That
Telling
shit.
guys we are creating what? Guys need to be aware of the job opportunities. Miners,
Yes.
farmers, them ones there.
We've been waiting for that oil, bro. So
Yeah.
so let's hope that it comes.
That oil came when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah. But now it's coming for real. Everyone's going to eat off it now.
Mm.
Yeah. And I expect that it will be, I expect that it will change our economy. And I'm not going to be one of the people who get left behind. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it
Be
takes. bro.
involved.
Me too.
Somehow, some way.
If you guys see me like at Eastbot learning oil management as a
Yeah.
course,
For me now, I'm not. I've used that path already. So it's time to use underhanded means.
But have you guys, have you guys heard about shell disease?
No.
It's this thing that happens for countries that get natural resources or start to exploit their natural resources, where oil companies come in and pump so much money into the economy, and most of that money ends up staying at the top, right, with the people who have the access to the oil, and it just causes ridiculous levels of inflation because there's a group of people who can afford things that 99% of other people can't afford, and it just drives the price of everything up.
that is my actual fear with the oil.
That's
thing.
shell
know.
disease.
That's
And
my
it
fear
happen-
with the oil
That's
thing.
happened almost everywhere.
What does it come from? Like Shell companies?
Yeah.
From Shell companies.
Shell.
Or like
So-
Shell itself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shell.
Shell.
Oh, damn.
So Angola,
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Just think of all the countries in Africa, even Congo. Shell disease has punished all those guys, but that's also because of like the funds from the oil being used, kind of like unfairly, as if inequitably.
Yeah.
You dig? And I feel that the current state of Uganda, that's a very, very high likelihood
Yeah.
that guys are just going to monopolize.
But as MJP, we will be there.
But me, I'll be there.
We'll be there.
I'll try and be there. Anyway.
We're 48 minutes in,
Mad.
brother. Time flies,
It's a good 48 minutes.
right? Tax incentives and business moves. New startups registered from July 2025 will get a 3-year tax holiday, a big one for Uganda's young hustlers and innovators. Also, the national ID number, known as NIN, will now be used instead of TIN for taxes, a move to streamline compliance.
That
Obviously,
is
we're registering in
interesting.
as a new entity.
Us,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
Fantastic.
interesting.
Mobsters Limited.
Woo!
Mobsters Limited.
Yeah, yeah,
2025.
Yeah. So, there you have it. The big numbers have been made simple. The 2025 budget is ambitious. Roads, power, oil, jobs. But the real challenge is, will it be delivered? Will it reach the people? Will it change lives? And yeah,
Am
how
I,
will it help MJP?
am I an idiot for being optimistic about this budget?
No, you're not. I feel like if it's red,
Yes.
you can be optimistic. The implementation is where the issue is.
I feel a bit positive about what this budget could potentially mean or how it will be implemented. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I'm just being an idealist because I am an idealist. But I want to believe that everything that they said in that budget about the amount of growth that's going to come out of it, about how things are going to change, that it could happen.
Inshallah.
I'm hoping.
Yeah,
Fingers
even
crossed
me.
that it will
I
happen.
feel like
Okay.
whether or not it happens,
So-
I feel like even just for the sake of us being young people, young, civically aware people in Kampala right now, it doesn't hurt to be optimistic. It might not happen, given the history and whatnot, but it doesn't hurt to be optimistic. Like, being pessimistic only takes away from us.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I'll tell you this. 38% of that budget is going to debt servicing. So that's 27 trillion. Domestic debt, 9.6. External debt amortization is 4.9 trillion. So that's 13 trillion. However, like when you amortize and the interest and everything, that's 27 trillion. Of that 72 is going to debt servicing.
I guess they're saying that they're trying to end the external borrowing. We should expect some pain in the short term.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. But me, see, I have no issues with them borrowing if they're borrowing from the local banks. I think that helps a lot.
I need you guys to understand what these interest figures are, bro. Because if 13.4 is going to be used to finance that debt, out of that 27, Jake 13. The rest of that is interest.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Could be worse.
Could be worse, to be
Could be
fair.
worse, but
could be worse.
Listen,
But is there a country that has no debt?
No. Every country has debt. Every country has debt of some sort, whether it's local or international.
but local debt feeds us.
Yeah.
Everyone eats off local debt. If the banks are being paid by the government, people are being paid by the banks. People are borrowing money from the banks.
Yeah.
Like, you want the banks to have money.
The economy is moving.
Yeah, the economy pushes. Anyways, okay, next topic. Listen, let's wish ourselves the best with this new budget.
Yeah.
And the new financial
Let's
year.
wish MJP
Let's
the
grind.
best.
But just know that if the government says that they're not going to borrow, someone who has to pay those dimes. That 72 trillion has come from
Let me
someone. Man.
tell
Us, we are a
you.
startup established in 2025. So us is
Yeah.
not going to be our issue.
Yes.
As the Mobsters
I thought they gave us a 3-year tax
But you guys
holiday.
have been
That's what
hustling
we
for
tax
3
tax
years. What?
You guys have been working.
Yobu Bezos.
And they said that they're changing from TIN numbers to national ID
NIN.
numbers. So even that aside, the pod aside, each of us is going to have to pay some tax of some sort. They're going to ask us, oh, you will see you have this account.
Yeah, you have an account, but do you have chargeable income? It's not just about making money. Do you have chargeable income?
You have
How much
income.
do you have income?
If you have
Number
income,
one. Do you have chargeable income?
one thing
'Cause
I know about
all
the
your
revenue-
income might be being used to meet your expenses. Can you say right now you're operating a profit?
As an individual, do I have a profit? The revenue authority
I-
only cares about if I have an income.
No.
Yeah.
It cares about if you have a chargeable income,
Okay,
right?
okay,
So they will ascertain you have a gross income.
okay.
They'll then you produce all your expenses, right? Because yes, the revenue authority has the duty of taking dimes from you, but they're just not taking off of your real dimes, especially for this particular type of income.
Capital.
Income tax, yeah. So now that they want to ascertain, do you have chargeable income? When we remove your expenses, how much money are you left with?
There's a blue thingy count. The blue island. Count.
This is part of your income.
Part of my expenses.
Oh yeah, this is part of your
Like part
expenses.
of your
It
expenses.
facilitates, yes, it's
Yeah.
part of your, because now they'll look at what are considered business expenses as per your particular business. So the way like meeting a potential colleague or client in a restaurant could be considered a business expense. We order drinks and review them and that's a business expense for our business.
Yes, but you see, now me as an individual, there's no profit or loss when it comes to Melvin, the individual.
Yeah.
We're talking
So
about
when they
She's
She's
MJP.
talking about business.
No,
You're talking about
but now I'm talking
individual.
about now me as an
Eh.
individual. Because they said they're going to use they're going to use
Nins.
NIN numbers instead of tins. Because I have a tin. But now that tin is going to be disregarded and they're going to
No,
use my
because
NIN.
you know why? Because you see the thing with tins. First of all, there's so many people that have businesses, quote unquote, that have not been registered, so they don't have tins. You get, so they are flying sky high.
So you think this is targeted towards businesses and not individuals?
I
Like
think
this
it's.
change.
I think it's both. I think it's both because there are also companies that have employees and are not remitting pay as you earn. You get, so they're there. They give you your salary of 700K cash.
That's true.
They don't pay taxes, they don't give you NSSF, and they give you your 700K. But if this company says it employs so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so, with NIN so and so, so and so, or if you say I work at this company and my NIN is this, Where is pay on that salary?
Yeah.
Where is NSSF on that salary?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You get?
That's why I asked you when you work with independent contractors. Independent contractor.
So we don't have to pay.
No, we have no
Because
pay.
he's not our
Yeah,
employee.
no, as we don't get paid.
No?
As we don't get paid.
As we don't get paid.
Okay. Yeah, let's set up. But you should come and like we should educate the audience on like how some of these taxes work.
Yeah.
Because like I think everyone is quite I think for a long time most people our age, and maybe just most of our public, has been ignorant about taxes until URA comes knocking on your door.
Yeah.
So maybe it should also be our responsibility to like educate guys and tell them, look, this is what you need to pay, this is what you'll be liable for, this is what you'll be this.
And to be honest, it's first of all, it's a complicated thing.
Yeah.
The Income Tax Act is amended annually.
Yeah.
It's a complicated law, complicated act, complicated concept to understand. But then again, complications aside, it also hurts to give your money to the government, bro. It does. So.
It does. I'll
But
tell
yeah,
you
But it only hurts when nothing's being done.
when there's no service
Yeah.
delivery, true.
Yeah. But we've crossed our fingers already that the service will be delivered.
Yeah.
So let's just hope. And you see people have not been paying
Guys.
their taxes.
If
It's
you
different.
don't let me also I just want to appeal politely and kindly. If you happen to listen to this pod and you know that on our roads budget, our health budget, your family is taking it Santorini, don't overpost it. Be a bit humble.
It's not fair.
It's not kawa. Yeah.
Do that shit on your close friends.
You get. Don't overshow us.
Private story.
Don't
Private
overshow
story.
you.
us.
We'll
About
report you
about which uni are you now going
Yeah.
to? Don't like.
Anti-corruption court has been busy. I'll say that. You won't believe who has been
We
in
shall
those
find out
cells
who
by
your
now.
dad is, and we
Guys are
start from
entering
there.
those cells. Guys are entering those cells. Anyway, next topip, man. Next topic. What should we
I
do?
feel like it should be a short one.
Short
Air
one.
India?
MJPS.
Yeah, Air India.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
As
It's sad.
It is quite sad.
But yeah, flight AI 171, I think that's the flight number, was going from Ahmedabad to London, and something blew up on the plane shortly after takeoff, man. And it's sad because there were 242 people on that flight and 241 died.
Yeah.
The one guy who was in what seat 11A, something like that.
Hey, bro, isn't that nuts?
Yeah,
Right.
that is
I've
the
been thinking
first
about
seat.
that number. I've been thinking about that number ever since I read that story. Like, I feel like that's a number that I should get, bro, next time I'm on that flight. Just
You're
because
a
of, like,
fool.
I swear. And I know I'm not the only one who's
because
thinking
it was
that.
next to it was next to an emergency
Yes.
exit.
Yeah.
But he's the only
Like
one who
the real
survived.
first seat after business class day.
And imagine
That's why
that.
it was.
Everyone in business.
Yeah.
Everyone in first
Sad.
You see, you saw the photo of the family.
I can't.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
I
I
know
I
you
can't
can't.
see pictures.
I did
I
no,
can't.
like
No,
it was not
no.
a photo
It
of
was
the
them
aftermath.
prior.
I don't want to see that.
It was
No,
like
prior.
before the flight.
Like they were sending the photo to their family saying our one-way trip home. Like this guy had gone to India. He had been working in the UK and he had gone to India to pick his wife and kids for them to come and settle down in the UK. And he took a family and sent a photo of the family and sent it to a group chat, a one-way trip home. And
Yeah. And funny thing is, at that very moment, like 30 minutes before, another Air India flight had reached London. It had just reached. So guys were wondering which flight. The crew on that flight is like, our birthdays, what? It was sad, man.
I heard
And
that it crashed into a hostel.
yeah, I also heard that like it crashed into a hostel.
oh yeah,
of-
they were casualties down here.
Yeah.
It's India. So it's like the most populous country on earth.
There are
Obviously.
people everywhere.
Guys are going to.
You see the problem with
It's so
like
sad,
air
bro.
accidents is air transport is still the most safe means of transport. The problem is once an accident happens, mob guys, boom.
It's fair. Oh,
But also, you see, I saw that this was the first Boeing crash since 2009. I couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah,
Not Boeing 787 crash. That
Yes.
particular type of plane.
Yeah, 787
Yeah.
8.
It was the
Dash
first time
8.
that plane had crashed since 2009. But that's still a lot of times for one plane
Yeah.
to crash. And I remember there's a Boeing documentary. I don't know. I've not yet watched that
That
documentary.
was the particular a particular flight as well.
Was it like 787?
787 Max. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But
878?
that shows-
They grounded them.
Yeah, they grounded all of them. No longer in service. But it's bad, bro. Because you know how Tata Group owns Air India? They're giving each family 1 crore, which is equivalent to like 100K USD. Like each family of the victims. Yeah, and the guys still don't know because of
Calculating how much they get.
No, I'm calculating how much they're spending.
a few billion.
200 and something.
Could be a billion, like 2
Survivor
billion.
also gets some.
Like a mil.
Like
two-
the survivors.
2 point something.
I mean, the Survivor, does he get something?
The survivor.
He
Oh, of
He was
course,
critically,
bro.
He might get more.
Of
He might get more.
Because he's still here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah.
might get more.
Yeah.
But yes.
Traumatize him, yeah?
100K per family. Those guys they're dishing out that money.
Guys
You have
usually sue
to.
for more.
You
You
guys.
have to.
Guys usually sue for
But that's not enough.
I mean, that was on their Twitter, like immediately after the thingy, the Tata Group guys, because this is not Air India, it's the owner of Air India. So I feel like now Air India is also going to,
And
Dish
they're
out
still
a lot more.
investigating the actual cause.
yeah.
Actual
Because once they
factual.
get the black box, after investigation is now when the lawsuits happen and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So this is just like maybe an initial thing to,
That
it
is-
might be also
Mitigating.
strategic to like
Yeah.
calm down
Yeah, it might be a mitigating strategy like
When what is it? 24 or 2?
24
24?
24 bill,
millions.
24 mil.
mil.
USD.
Yeah.
That's little. That's
No, but
little.
that's what I feel like. The fact that this money has been offered now. Okay, maybe you can think, but which corporation is empathetic? Secondly, it might be a mitigation strategy because they maybe have a suspicion that what the black box will release will be hot.
Okay, but guys, you see, this is my thing. When it comes to compensation for accidents, right? It's only in the air industry, I feel like, where that happens.
Only. Yeah.
Because like when bus is crashing Uganda, you never hear guys suing the bus company.
Wait.
First of all,
Wait.
let's not refer to Uganda as a whole.
Wait.
Okay.
Please.
Tesla did compensate for
Yes.
when they launched the full self-driving thing. Any self-driving accident, they
But you see,
compensate.
I feel like now Tesla has taken more responsibility than like an airline is taking. I don't know if it makes sense, but like
I think
to
for
me,
them
like-
the reason that's why they have to is because it's self-driving. Like this is not
yes,
someone.
so you see,
it's
that's
software.
Like Tesla's software
Yeah.
malfunctioned and there was an accident.
Mm.
But if it's a plane, it's a machine, like this giant machine, and something goes wrong in one part of that machine that could not have been foreseen.
Yeah.
And
Also,
the plane crashes.
here's-
They
here's
did
the
all
thing.
the regular checks.
But then also you see the thing with planes, yeah? Which like how does the onus is on the airline.
That's where I
Using
was
big
going.
Words to live and
The burden.
yeah. We still have Aqueous. We still have more words to use. You wait.
Yeah. She's behind actually on schedule. We are an hour
You give
into
me a
this
yeah.
pod,
You
not
give me
one
a
word.
yeah. You give me a
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
The burden is on the airline to do the utmost. You get that is why when most times when they recover the black box, they'll be like this and this was not thinking. This and this you get because even in that moment, usually you find that the pilot realized in that moment, like his last words be like, "Fuck, this is malfunctioning."
Yeah.
So it was the airline's responsibility to ensure that that does not malfunction.
So here's with airlines, you're definitely right. Because with airlines, there are a bunch of people. So there is each year the pilots go through those tests, like literally what we are going to do to ensure you don't panic in such situations, like your health is kawa, like you go through all those tests. That's for the staff, even the crew as well, because you're not supposed to panic. The airline maintains the craft. But even Boeing itself, which is the aircraft manufacturer, also has to coordinate with the airline to ensure that the software, any updates to the plane, blah, 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 the airline has. So airline is maintenance. These guys are manufacturing.
Even though it's also pilot system. Yeah.
So now, depending on what they find with the black box, they might eventually Air India. You might find it's like a Boeing thing. Yeah. So that's why like all the lawsuits have to wait till the investigation is complete. So this is just, I think it's mitigating with like an initial 100K.
I'll say this. I think I can see the flow in me comparing aircraft to cars.
Yeah.
I can see the flow in that comparison. But when you're going on a trip in your car, there's standard things that you check. You check the water, you check the oil, you check the things that are
Radiator,
checkable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You check for those things. But there's certain things that you're not going to go to. You're not going to open the gearbox to make sure or that there's nothing broken in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel
be
like
fair.
even for the airlines,
Yeah.
granted, the standard is higher
Yeah.
for them. But there must be standard procedure, things that they know before this plane takes off, we have to check this.
True.
So if the airline has checked all of those things and the plane crashes, how are these airlines still being found liable? I know I'm a lawyer. Maybe I should read some
Maintenance.
cases, but
Because again, with the Max crashes, the Boeing 787 Max crashes, it was negligence. Like they didn't check. Don't you remember even like last year, when our plane was taking off and they found a bolt on the runway, and they were like, which plane is this bolt
I
from?
genuinely believe they cut corners.
Yeah, there's that as well. I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty much. Have you watched the Titan documentary?
I haven't.
So it's pretty much the same thing, like just
I think
negligence.
they don't do as thorough checks as they should,
Yeah.
or as often as they should.
Because I
Like
know
they
it's a
ca-
business with very thin margins.
Exactly, it's a business, and you're trying to squeeze in as many flights as you can with as many passengers as you can.
And please
This
note,
maintenance stuff. I was
planes
like,
are so
floating in the
complicated.
air.
Yeah. You might find the plane was covered, but a bird flew into the
Oh, yes,
engine.
there's also
Some
a
just like
possibility of that.
And
A
there
bird
now,
strike.
A
there's
bird
no one who
strike.
is liable aside the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bro, there are people who are specifically paid to kill birds at the airport.
I did not know that.
and you know it
That's
crashed
mad.
shortly after it departed.
Yeah. I did not know
It
that.
didn't go that far.
I know like birds are not supposed to be in the airspace, but I didn't know like there was a guy who is just like
Yeah.
scanning for
them.
birds. Yeah, that's
They
nuts.
shoot them down.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Mad.
Yeah,
Alright,
but
those
The
birds.
humans are so disastrous to this
What
earth.
you're killing them for, bro?
Bro,
I literally, this
Listen.
is where I live. This is my natural habitat.
I was
I've been in
born
the
to
air,
fly.
literally.
if
My
you were
ancestors
born to
have
fly,
been
you
in
would have wings. Humans are so
My ancestors
disastrous.
have been in this air for the last 2 million years. But it's me that you're shooting. That's insane. What did I do? Honestly, that's insane. Anyway,
anyway, RIP the 241 people, man. We'll wait for the investigation and see what up, because this is not about to end.
It was very
at all,
tragic.
yeah.
but
Very sad.
I have mixed feelings on compensation.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
Suing post compensation, because obviously, like human beings, we don't know how to value, how to put a price tag on life, right? So,
Is in the
one
suing
person,
damages?
100K.
Is it damages?
Like
Yeah.
damages.
If they were to sue, what would they sue?
It's damages, it's compensatory. But,
Yeah, but now
how,
if-
what do you
how do you value it?
quantify?
Yeah,
Because 100K
Yeah.
is a lot of money
it is a lot.
for anyone.
So then
However,
it's not like those guys where it was a whole family. It will be 100K for the whole. So 100K for each kid,
100K for
plus
each.
the
Yeah.
mom, plus the dad.
Yeah. But now my question is,
Who do you give the 100K to? If the whole family
I
died.
know.
next of kins and them ones, I guess.
Yeah.
And then if I was in first class,
Actually, the thing is,
do I also get 100K?
Yeah.
Yes, you do, 'cause it's life.
When my ticket costs 21K.
Right?
You
That's
give
what I was
me
going to say.
100K.
Like,
Right.
100K is a lot of money for a person.
Yeah.
For, like, if they're giving it to you, 100K is mob.
Yes.
However, if you tell me the actual sum is 24 man,
Also.
Tata Group is worth
Right?
I think it's
100K
billions.
is not
It's $1 billion
enough.
company.
It's 100K.
24 man is
Yeah, but
little money.
Tata is
So
the
you want,
parent.
like, to
Tata is
be-
the parent company, but the guys who should be paying
Air India.
are Air India.
And also, secondly, also, something you guys are not also adding up. We don't know the Indian laws on taxation. Do you know that 100K might be subject to tax?
And also, we don't
But to
know.
be fair,
What- where are
that
they
that
taxing
plane
that
had
money?
like 5 nationalities, bro. Neat.
No, okay,
What,
depending
like 100
on,
and something
depending on,
Indians?
I don't know who. Okay, of course, the home countries and whatnot, because people are going to the UK and whatnot. But you do know that people might not. First of all, you know when people win the lottery, they don't get that exact money.
Yeah,
You
they're
pay
taxed.
taxes.
Heavily.
Exact,
They're
heavily.
taxed like half of it.
So do you know that 100K people might not get, depending on the various taxation laws of the different countries, people might not get 100K each.
Yeah, man. It's
I feel like
crazy.
now-
We'll see.
I know
We'll
why
see.
people get compelled
see.
to
At least-
I need my
actually.
100K.
It's 119K
And I
actually.
have a feeling that 100K is escorting an agreement of some sort that you can't sue in the future,
Yeah,
some shit like that.
100%. 100%.
So if you decline the 100K,
You
can work
decline
out.
and withhold your right to
But
sue.
also, we don't know what is industry standard in these situations. We don't know what victims usually will get paid when a crash has happened. Even if you've survived, even if everyone has survived, guys are still entitled to some sort of compensation for that trauma. So we don't know what the industry practice is necessarily. So 100K
Well,
might be right or it might be wrong. But
The funniest thing is, it's not funny, by the way, but like the ironic thing is Air India was already suffering with like 4 routes because they pass above like the Iran airspace, and you know what's happening in Iran. So that company is suffering right now, bro. I'll tell you that. But again, It's $1 billion company.
True.
Yeah. It's not a real
Anyway, may their souls rest in eternal peace.
Yeah, may their souls rest.
Can we go to a more unserious topic? Did you guys hear that Sydney Sweeney is now trying to come up with her bath water soap?
Her bath. What? Bath
They're making
water
soap out of her bath water.
How much is it? How much
Guys
is
are
it? How
too
much is
horny,
it?
by the way.
How much is it?
That's what that sound.
I don't know the price.
That's my sweet baby. I might buy it.
But the
man.
funny thing about this,
The look on sit on Melvin's face. I can't.
the funny
way.
thing
Nah, I'm
about
playing.
this soap, this cover of soap,
Yeah.
it has a hole in it.
Yes, I've seen. Oh, that's the green thing, yeah. I saw this. I didn't know that was. So the thing I saw is it's like a green box with like a round hole. That was her.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
And it's funny, that thing is like, it's perfectly shaped. to
Don't
fit
say
the
it. Don't
size.
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay.
I beg of you.
I must say it.
This guy's
I
the one
did
that
not
way.
know that was because I saw guys mocking it, but I
Horny
didn't know
is
that
going
was
to
what
destroy
was.
this earth.
I watched
Something
the
must
ad,
kill a
yeah.
man.
She was in a bathtub saying, like my body, boys. You can get
That's
Are
mad.
you? No, was it AI?
it was her.
No, it was AI.
That's
It was
mad.
That makes sense.
The company
That's even an
which is
actress,
producing this
Yeah.
is called Dr. Squatch. Is it Squatch? Yeah, Dr. Squatch, and it's a big company in the States. Bro, it can't just be using AI to do this thing, bro.
Man, I think that is so
cringe
that
and
is
gross.
crazy, bro.
And
Mobsters, I hope you're not partaking in this type of jazz.
if you're buying that soap and you're not a
That is
patron,
insane, bro.
yeah,
That is insane. Anyways, like
I can't see.
I get the guys are horny. Guys are horny, sex sells, but let's be very serious, bro. Let's be very serious about this thing.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Yeah, I won't lie.
time for Mob Jazz Primary School.
Hey.
So,
I've seen people loving this segment, man. Guys are happy. Guys are happy.
so I have been accused of favoritism. Not in my regime, guys. Me? That I'm favoring Melvin? Never.
To be fair, he has won the last 2 times.
So-
but cool.
It's like you're bringing that.
Let me
you know,
just
like
say
PLA
this.
exams.
You guys are haters.
That you can't win on your own
That's
merit.
insane. It's insane the level of hate because like
Guys were like,
first of all she ruled incorrectly that I had lost the first
Right.
time, so I don't see how that could be.
The second time you saw how
Second
we
time I
played
won.
it. But maybe
Yeah,
they think I did
Aurelia
like the
was a
easy
fair win.
questions or the easy words.
Aurelia was
Aurelia,
I dug
bro.
deep
Aurelia
for
was a
Aurelia.
fair win.
No,
Yeah.
but
I
you
dug
see,
deep for Aurelia.
because I always be thinking,
Yeah.
going forward, everyone is going to answer the same question. And therefore, I bought something for us to use.
Okay.
Ah, damn. Did you buy books? Not.
Nah, this is
Aye, yeah. I like this. I like this. I like this.
look what you bought,
this
man.
is
Oh,
that is
damn.
so funny.
Guys, we are scaling up. We are
That
scaling
is
up. We are scaling
so
up. Let me
funny,
pass
bro.
that.
You know, my mind is constantly,
Nah.
Oh,
buzzing,
man, you've cooked.
That
You've
feels
cooked. You've cooked. You've
elementary
cooked.
right? So, open, and let's get
Why
ready.
does mine have cartoons at the bottom, man? They all
Everyone,
have cartoons.
yeah.
Cool.
The normal whiteboards and for adults were 45K.
Relax.
I was like,
Relax,
"Ish."
That's what's the difference.
Right? And they said a normal marker works on this one as well. So when we finish our album markers, we can use a normal marker and still erase.
Oh man, this is so cute, bro.
Behind there's a Ludo board. Behind there's a Ludo board.
Thank you.
I bought them at Book Point. I think there's more.
Shout out BP.
Shout out Book Point, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Book Point.
BPUG.
This is funny.
This is
I
so
love
cute.
it.
Look
I
at
love
that
it. I
thing.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And the eraser, the square thing is the eraser.
I love this.
Oh shit! Oh fire! There you go. See that?
Are you seeing, guys? Are you seeing what patrons are doing?
Man, these are the patrons.
Nice. How come it has dice and magnets?
Behind there's a Ludo board. Like
There's a
behind
Ludo
the
board.
board, there's a Ludo
Oh
board.
yeah. Say no to gambling.
I like this. This is guys. When we tell you Casper is a quality addition to the pod,
You're
you
literally
guys
the-
need to
You're
understand.
literally the producer of this podcast.
So, guys,
So you see, even now writing with these rings
yeah.
is uncomfortable, but we move.
That's how you hold your pen.
I hold my pen like this.
There is
Fair
a duster, Wendy. I thought of everything.
Okay, wonderful.
Cool.
Oh, I love this. No, but now you have to ask more questions. So the same way you were asking 3 to each of us,
Yeah.
it now has to be like 9 questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking we
But
do.
how do you open the pen?
When,
Don't fear it. Pull it off.
pull. Pull. You're
You're
not
not,
Bob
you're
Marley.
not Captain America.
Man, you're not
Pull
eating
it.
10 eggs a day, man.
Like, break it. Relax. Guys, this thing is strong.
I know.
This thing is strong.
Mhm.
What being is it? What
It's
being
swinging
is
it.
No, let me not lie.
It's not. It is.
Okay. So, guys, quality addition, right?
Fire. Fire choice.
Today we are going back to SST and science.
Okay.
Everyone shall answer the same question.
Okay.
We're going to do 5 rounds. If we have a tie, we'll do a tiebreaker. If we have an initial tie of 3, we'll do a tiebreaker. If 2 people come out of that, we'll do another tiebreaker. But I think this will be more even.
Okay.
And, I won't be accused of favoritism.
Yes. Good choice.
Damn, there's even a magnet. Guys, there's a magnet.
Yeah, guys, I cooked. I'm a chef.
Yeah.
Chef Casper. Okay, and so because now it's all even, we're not going to have a trial round.
Okay, first. We're familiar with the game.
Yes.
Familiar with the game.
Right.
Okay, we're going to start with SST.
No copying. No copying. This is not. You're not my boys in this moment.
We're starting with SST.
Okay.
Who was the first democratically elected president of South Africa? You have 20 seconds.
First of all, low-key guys are going to judge our handwritings. There's that as
Chill
well.
that. You have 20 seconds. Here we're judging what's in the mind. Substance, not form.
I feel this is such a. I don't like this answer. But we move.
I also don't like my answer, but I have no other answer
Ready?
in mind.
What are your answers? Show us your answers. Mandela. Poster. What's your poster? But Nelson Mandela. You're all correct. Yeah, president.
Hey, okay,
You're all
cool.
correct.
Pasta. Did you put pasta?
No, he meant president by PR.
Hey.
Okay.
This
Next.
thing also rubs, guys.
Even like a
Eraser is
big
fancy.
thing is also a rubber. Like a big thing their side.
An eraser.
Big thing is a rubber. Pause. It's an eraser.
Big thing is a rubber, is not.
Yeah.
None of us quote it, bro.
Next question. What is the only continent without a desert? The way Wendy is so determined. Why have you dotted so loudly, Wendy? Why are you intimidating your friends? It's like asking for more full scores.
I'm asking for a
Okay.
graph paper when you didn't
Time
see
is
any
up.
graph.
Can we? Yes. Can we see your answers? Without a desert. Can we see?
First, I need to show the answer. I need to check.
I didn't cook. I didn't
Check
cook
your
here.
brain, what?
Without a desert, the only continent without a desert.
I forgot the spelling, but I know the thing.
Write your spelling. We won't judge for spelling.
As
We'll
long as
judge
you
for
know
the
what it is,
answer.
yeah.
Okay. Only continent without a desert. Let's see. That's not the answer I have.
What answer do you have?
I have Europe.
I thought Europe, but like at South America.
That's insane.
South America.
Is that not a continent?
It
It
is a
is.
continent.
It is.
You
That's a
think,
desert.
you think the Hispanic guys don't
Yeah,
have desert?
see, but Antarctica is an Island though, unless they're
Yeah.
counting the
I think
Iceland
they're
as a
counting those with like. I don't think.
I think Antarctica is like in Asia, bro.
Huh?
I might be wrong, but I think it's.
Antarctica is the bottom of the world, bro.
Yeah, they not connect up to Russia.
It's a polar continent.
Yeah,
so
that's what's because
a big
Europe
rock,
does
like-
not have, but I was torn because I was like, maybe there's like a mini desert.
Okay,
cool.
so we're still at
Right,
1-1
Yeah,
each,
everyone
right?
knows that.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Europe makes so much sense. They definitely
Yeah.
don't need
peer pressure is bad.
You copied.
No, I didn't copy, but I felt like I would be.
Okay. What Ugandan really? This is too easy. What Ugandan landmark is believed to be the source of the Nile? That's too easy, really.
Local name, international name. Like,
Just because I've thrown you a free one, eh, Kawa?
You guys are so dumb for all writing that.
Stop.
You guys are so childish, bro.
He wrote ginger breed.
oh Lord,
What an L, bro.
Ginger breed.
Out of nowhere.
Ginger
bro.
Bridge.
Out of nowhere, bro.
Damn.
Aha.
Fred, why didn't you just write Lake Victoria?
That is.
When they said landmark, you got mixed.
Maybe I did get that one.
Okay. So far, Melvin and Sydney have 2 points each. Wendy has 1. Okay.
Pull up my stockings.
Which Asian country has the highest population?
I give you the city.
Shall we?
Let's have it.
Let's see.
Losing.
Let's have it. Melvin and Wendy are correct. China.
I didn't think of China.
Yeah, I thought of India first as well.
And I had the feeling as
I
just
did
because we're I
Talked about India.
I did not think of.
Yes.
I did not think of.
I thought
Yeah.
of India.
So thus far, guys, you're seeing Melvin
two,
is in the
3.
lead.
Yeah.
Let me cook.
Yeah. There's one we all failed, right?
Yeah.
The Antarctica thing. So this is the final one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh shit, this is a final question?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Which country has the largest population in Africa?
It's one of those two.
Actually, this is the second last. I have another last question.
Largest population.
Alright.
Okay, let's see those answers. You're all correct.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have another question.
If we had that something like population density, I would be like,
Bro, Melvin, you have to fail this intentionally.
yeah, man.
But
In
if
which
it's like
Bring it to a
Can't
time.
reverse our mind.
in which year did
Three
Amin
times in a row.
Dada overthrow the government in Uganda? Yeah.
No, I'm failing that. I'm really bad at that.
You're not even going to bother pass, eh? Gawa. Now between Sydney and Melvin.
No, let me try.
Try.
Doesn't kill to try. Sydney is showing me your work.
am I?
Yeah,
damn.
you be left-handed. See Melvin thinking. We're seeing the things standing in your brain.
As you know, I can't believe they're asking the kids this. This is nuts that they're asking the kids this.
Yes, it's crazy, bro.
No, the main thing is a pretty big deal. The year is well known.
The only thing we know is 1962,
62.
bro.
There is knowing when Kawaka Mutesa was evicted. That's also common knowledge.
Uncommon to me.
You know which, yeah?
Hold on. Give me one
You have a jet
Give me
written.
one second. Give me one second. I've written it, but give me 1 second.
That's how this is a thing to bring Melvin back down, and then we have a tie, so we do a tie break.
Yeah.
Are we doing exact or closest here?
It's not a tie break. Like, it's
Yeah.
not a tie because we're all going to fail.
No, wait. Give me one.
No,
Just give me 1
true.
second.
If everyone fails, it won't be a tie. Melvin will still win.
Yeah.
Because it's 4-3-3.
I just want a year, not a month.
I can't write 2 years.
No, a year.
Look at this guy.
You can't
think
write.
this is
You can't
objectives?
write the period with the 90s. A year.
Actually, that's a
You can't give
loophole
us a
you
clue.
can exploit.
The year he went into power or the year he was evicted?
The year Idi Amin
Can you give us a
overthrew the
clue?
Ugandan
Can you
government.
give us a clue? Can I ask a question?
No,
I
bro.
can't ask a question. Okay,
You're already leading, man. What up?
How greedy. And then they say I favor him.
Oh, man. Oh.
I've changed this last figure. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be so pissed. All right, let's
But
go.
if you're wrong and everyone else is wrong, you still
I still
win.
win. I know.
Senior
But
Kawa-
if you're wrong and someone else thinks,
done.
now it's a tiebreaker.
I'm torn between 2 years. And I don't know.
But
I
have
don't
you
know which one
written
is
your
right.
year?
Yes, I
I've
have.
also done.
Wendy,
I
have you
have.
written your year?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Let's have it. Melvin is correct.
What year did you
Get
put?
it.
1971.
Oh, I put 72 first. Oh, man.
The 70s was the period. That's why I couldn't give a hint.
Yeah.
I put
But he overthrew
72.
in
Now,
1971.
I had first put 1976. But I
Yeah.
was like, bro, Amin was in
The
power
end,
for
but
at
our
least
time.
10 years.
Yes.
So I was like, it has to be 70 or 70.
You think, as a lawyer, you think of all the decrees.
Yes,
You think he did his
I was
decrees
like,
in 2
it
years.
was not 76.
Yeah.
You know, I put 72. Then I was like, overthrown though. Then I put 82. I don't know why there was a 10-year skip.
Yeah.
Damn. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough.
Yay.
Fair enough.
Next week we'll do science. The other week
Hey, I thought
spelling
science was
bee.
today.
No, next week science.
You came with your science
I was
bag.
ready.
Next week science, you'll shine.
Now to you guys who are saying, well, Melvin, watch it, well, Melvin. You especially. I did say, let me tell you, I hadn't seen those comments.
You know that Drake clip
Let me
to
tell you
all the
something.
naysayers.
Listen.
Tweet and delete.
Yeah, that tweet and deleters, bro. Listen to me. I didn't know. First of all, I didn't say no Casper was bringing these things.
No.
She told me, I have a surprise today because guys have been hating. I said, what's the surprise? She said,
This is
nah,
fire. This is
let's wait
fire.
and see.
Yeah.
This is fire.
We
You know,
wait
I
and
saw you
we
coming
saw
with that bag. I thought it was like food, bro.
Same. I saw her calling up Chipaso.
Aurelia.
Aurelia.
Shout out Melvin. Shout out Melvin. Damn.
But also,
3 in a row.
Idea, Casper. Well done.
Ah.
Well done.
Okay,
Let's do
man.
some subs, man.
Scratch
Some
these
subs.
little bears
Subs,
off, bro.
Why? Why do you
some
want
subs.
scratch of the bears? Leave
No,
our
no, no,
things
no. The bears are
cutie.
kawaii. They're cute. They're cute. They're cute. They're cute. They're cute.
Okay,
MJPs.
time for
MJPs.
time for Mobsters Subs and Mobsters Dilemmas.
Let's have it.
Sydney looks like a yummy snack. Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness.
A young snack.
A yummy
What's
snack.
Yummy
What's
snack.
When you-
Depends.
You say
Don't
snack
let it
like.
look like a burger, bro. Don't let it look like a
What if they mean like daddies?
That's a yummy snack. I don't
That
know.
is a
You
cold.
want- you like a daddy, eh?
That is a
That's a
cold.
yummy
I'll take it.
Cheers, bro.
Okay,
Cheers.
To daddies. Pause.
I'm dead. I would rather visit 4 countries in 2 weeks than feed 600 people at my wedding.
Lucky you've cooked.
I
won't lie.
agree. I don't hear what Wendy has to say.
You've cooked.
Wendy is our
No.
outlier.
I know what I would prefer.
I have nothing to say.
Visiting 4 countries, me as
Me
me.
too. Wendy, what would you prefer?
I'm cool with feeding the guys.
Guys, 4 countries in 2 weeks.
I can.
But also you guys want to beep countries.
Yeah, in 2
At
weeks.
least 2 countries in 2 weeks.
4 countries in 2 weeks is. Don't tell me Mbu, you've gone North America, South America, Asia, Europe, Africa. Nada.
You know, some
Do
flights
like
are
all the
so
Emirates.
long, takes so long.
No, in Europe,
And you have
where
to
a
recover.
bus to or a train to one country is
Or maybe
like 4 hours.
So maybe
I
like-
can do that.
maybe if like I get like a Schengen visa and then I just
That's
go
exactly
to
what I'm talking
Norway and
about.
all those countries. Maybe.
4 hours in 2 weeks is
But
kawa.
when you're trying to actually fly to countries, which makes sense.
It can be exhausting.
not
It
I
can
want to do one country at a time, I feel like.
So,
I'm one of those guys that
so
just
2
want to do
weeks,
one
one
at a time.
country.
or 600 people.
It depends on the country.
Or
It
600
needs to be a
people, though.
country that has so much like culture and so
Okay.
many vibes.
Romania. You said culture.
Like
Morocco,
Brazil.
Brazil.
Romania,
or
Egypt.
like
All that comes to my mind.
for me,
is
Europe is a
unrooted.
country, bro.
Yeah.
Europe is a country.
Europe is a
That's
country.
they think Africa is a country.
Yeah,
so
Europe.
I mean,
country.
no, like there are countries I want to visit in Europe badly, bro.
Yeah.
Badly.
Yeah.
Belgium, France,
Guys,
them ones.
subscribe to Patreon and we be shooting in.
If we
freaking
record the pod on
Brazil.
that platform where the Eiffel Tower is in the background, you know, that place
Yeah.
where everyone is.
Bro, we record next to the Jesus thing.
In Brazil,
In Brazil.
Saint.
I want to
Christ the Redeemer.
If I could have
That's
a
the
wedding,
Redeemer.
if I could
Why was
have
I
a
thinking
wedding-
Saint Basilica?
If I could have a wedding of 100 people and do a Euro trip after, that would be a vibe.
Me too.
That'll be
I agree.
That would be
But also, I feel like I would want to go for like a sports tournament. You see how like hear me out. You see how like
Why
World
you
Cup
marrying
is in US, Canada, Mexico.
a homie.
World Cup next year. Next
Yeah,
year,
it
right? Yeah. I would go for that.
Me too.
Just-
I would go for
really
that.
want to go for
So
that.
where will your wife be in this?
Where are we?
Next year.
Where are we?
No,
you
where
see
will
this
she
thing?
be as
Where
you're
are we?
watching the World
Hey, Posy, we are
But she
married
like
now.
football.
Tell her, baby, be present.
You guys are
Be
looking
present.
Father,
about the
she's
future.
moving with me. We are all moving. World Cup is a month.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
We are there.
Why would you subject her to watching football every
What do you
day
mean
from?
subject?
Nada.
What? You think
Subject
that all women hate
you're making
football?
it sound like it's
She's
torture.
not interested in
My
football.
wife
Bro,
will
that's
be
definitely torture.
Nada.
To me,
Melvin.
it's torture.
Part of
You just said that to piss me off. I hate you.
part of World Cup is tourism, bro. We're not just watching football.
Yeah.
And we're not going to go for 64
Yeah,
matches.
we'll do other
We're going
things.
for like 10 matches.
Yeah.
We're in Mexico. We are going to see like Machu Picchu
Imagine.
and them ones, you know, the
Let
Aztecs.
me tell you, if I go for that World Cup, like day follows the night, I must end up in Mexico at some point.
Yes.
That is going to be the vibiest part of the World
I have to
Cup.
recreate that Kanako scene where he's on the swing, bro.
Oh man, that's going to be a vibey part of that World Cup. You're subscribed to
Whoever is planning to marry Melvin and Sydney, if you're watching this podcast,
Be prepared to go for the World Cup.
I hope you're seeing what awaits you.
And that's 4 countries in 2 weeks.
Anyway,
That is 4 countries in 2 weeks.
how you know that some nonsense is about to be said? Casper asks, Sydney, Do you know what Melvin said to me the other day?
They are cooking though.
And then Melvin looks like, what is it this time?
Yeah, my fault.
Uh-huh.
You know how many people texted me during the last week saying, "But they now say is it because of the pod?" Everyone. Yeah.
Interesting.
Someone came to me about that small bomb take.
They also
They
they
were
also
annoyed.
inboxed me. They're like,
Yeah,
it's
but
wild
They
for
were
you to
annoyed.
say
One
it.
happy
They told me
about
what you
it.
said.
What
I
did
say?
he say?
I forgot.
Also, the one
Is it the same person?
No, I don't know. I don't.
Well,
The same
They were
person.
just dying. They were like, it's very brave to say that. Like small chicks have
The same person.
small bumps.
Small bum chicks have the best personalities. It was very brave to say in a country like this where most chicks have big bums.
Literally
Yeah.
the same text she said.
It's a
Why
joke,
are you
though.
sending both of us the same text?
Is it a statement of facts? No, it's a joke.
It's
brave to say, though.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Brave to
It's a
say.
joke, but all jokes contain a bit of truth.
You're
bro.
a fool.
The best jokes.
Anyway, what
Take
a
with a grain of
week.
salt.
Just take it with a grain of salt. What a week. Was really glad to meet both Melvin and Sydney. Met Melvin on Monday at Strictly Soul, and then Sydney on Thursday at Ladies' Night.
Mad, you were outside.
I was there.
You were wherever this
You were
is.
there. Last week.
Oh, the other week,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I was going to be like, this Thursday I wasn't outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Bro, are you a lady?
Yeah, but the ladies at ladies' night.
The
relax.
ladies, the ladies' night is not meant to call ladies.
I'll take you for that ladies'
The
night.
ladies' night is meant to call.
Hey.
I need to take you for that ladies' night one night.
Your baby.
You know, you've never taken me for a ladies' night.
Let's go.
When are we supposed to
literally
do
passed
drinks?
by- Let's go
for
Did
that.
we have drinks plans, you and I?
As a pod.
No, as you and I.
Every
You and
time.
I.
But now it's complicated because,
We
like,
can go.
him and his 6 eggs, I don't know if he can, like.
Man, he'll be there full on eggs.
I'll have a
protein
whiskey
shakes.
sour with some egg white.
No, you're going to come and put,
Whiskey sours
you're going to
only.
put creatine in a whiskey sour.
Yeah. They're like, your whiskey sour is green and pink.
Nah.
There's a,
Put some eggs in it, egg white.
A fucking eggnog.
you carry your eggs in the bar, you say, this is for me.
Tell me I'm not bugging, but I swear I remember you guys saying patrons get added back on Snap, right? How do we get added back? I recently joined Patreon, so we need to know what else we benefit from apart from 2 episodes a week. First of all, DM us on Patreon your handle. But also, if you scroll far enough, there's somewhere where we posted our Snap name or account. And yeah, so DM us, we'll add you, and then you'll add us back.
Yeah, man.
This week I was I came up with designs for the next March drop.
And the match drop, patrons get early access, right?
Yeah, can we also involve the patrons in choosing what the design is?
Yeah, sure. We do a survey.
That'll be fly.
We do a survey.
I like
Yeah,
that.
we can do a
I like
survey.
that. I like that.
I have all the designs ready.
Yeah.
I like
fire.
that.
All very 90s kiddo inspired.
Love that.
So let's share that. with
Something
Patreon
I've
and
noticed
let guys
about
pick.
the Gen Zs, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, us as the oldest Gen Zs, we were born in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we've already had this conversation how we're zillennials. Like, we're Gen Zs, but because we
Oh,
grew
yeah,
up...
that pretty much began the Gen Z.
Yeah, because we grew up with millennials, we're heavily influenced. However, and I say this objectively, I'm not throwing shade on the core of the Gen Zs, the young ones.
Yeah.
The Gen Zs are just copying everything millennials did. You get?
Yeah.
Fashion-wise, pop culture-wise.
It's
Like,
a rendition
why
of
am I
what
seeing
the
bandage dresses
millennials
coming back?
doing.
Yeah.
Why do the millennials game?
Millennials came in 1995,
I have 94.
thereabout, yes.
No, like, okay, where do they start? That's what I meant.
1980.
80, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm seeing Gen Zs are just copying. Like Gen Zs, there's a period of time, I don't know if it's still going on right now. There's a period of time when Gen Zs are bringing back low waist pants instead of high waist.
Yes.
And they bring
Yeah.
that's all 2000s.
Yeah.
Really.
That's millennial
Even
jazz.
Britney Spears.
Yeah,
Yeah, and all those who like
Paris
music
Hilton,
videos.
exactly.
Kelly Rowland, them ones, they.
So I feel like if our stuff is going to be millennial-esque, Gen Zs ought to enjoy it because they really love millennial culture.
Nah, I
And
mean,
this
I'm in
is a
support of.
millennial pod.
Yeah. I'm in support of including the patrons in the decisions.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm here for
We
it.
draw up a
I'm here
survey.
for it, yeah.
A quick
We'll figure out how to
interjection.
do that. We'll figure out how to do that.
Casper, do you know Ichila looked like this kid who was like, Gonya Zidiachi,
Oh, what?
with the glasses on.
I look like what?
Ichila looked like this kid.
Was that
who
an advert?
Like saying, yeah.
I remember the advert. I
Repeat,
remember the
Repeat,
advert.
what was the
did she
word?
say?
Gonya
What
Ziach,
do
like what do
crocodiles
lizards?
eat?
Or
Gonya
crocodiles?
What do
Zidiachi.
crocodiles eat? What's that?
Gonya is
Like-
crocodile. It's not a lizard.
Gonya is crocodile.
They're trying to say that internet is good. So the
Is
chick,
the
the
kid cute?
Kakido was searching.
It's a kid cute.
It's the glasses which make you look like the kid.
Now
them
people are
back
going to
Let me
look.
tell you,
back on.
Wendy will never
them off.
say you're cute. The guy will look for something.
Wendy has ever said I'm cute.
Yeah.
When
When the guy have never said I'm cute.
That you're fire
Nigga,
as
that's
hell.
I'm fire as hell.
Fire as the devil,
Yeah,
bro.
that's how Wendy comes and he says, that chick is fire. as hell."
No. Mobsters, don't believe that. Now guys are going to be like, man, now we have to. No, it's not true.
Can I
That's your
just say
fire, though.
something?
Yeah.
Casper has nice eyes, guys.
Mm.
I usually hear you guys like
Cheers to that one. Yeah,
Really.
Yeah. I like that.
fire eyes,
It
bro.
pod.
Tough.
Crazy. I think I'll marry the man who walks up to me and says, "Oh, your smile, wow."
When you already said that.
Wendy say it.
My
You aren't
smile.
there. We have to plan a wedding, man. 4 countries in 2 weeks.
commented on the smile.
Wendy has never
This
commented.
chick
He
is
has-
licking
he has
people's
always-
teeth, so
He has always been about the eyes.
But your teeth are so good actually because I've
They
seen,
are.
like. So I noticed.
okay. First relax.
I have a
First
tooth.
relax. You cannot say that after she has said.
That's crazy.
No, tell me.
Yes.
You have about the
Your teeth suck.
teeth. No, tell me about the teeth.
I noticed something in my lower set of teeth.
Yeah,
I have a slight,
misalignment.
but it's slight.
Like an underbite, overbite thing.
But
No.
first of all, I started like I began now flossing regularly, bro.
Yeah, which you should.
You're being quite healthy, eh?
Brother, you know,
Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
love yourselves.
Seriously,
Love yourself.
if you're not flossing, the food that gets stuck in between your teeth, sometimes toothbrushes can't get it out.
Yeah, it's
So you
like
can
build
end
up
up
type
getting,
thing.
especially the bigger teeth, premolars and molars, you can end up getting a stupid cavity that's on the side of the tooth.
Yeah, that's how
Those are
that's
the
the tooth I got
nastiest ones.
extracted.
Exactly.
That was what
Yeah.
happened. But like
Nasty.
funny enough, it was not painful.
Yeah, no, it might not be painful,
but
but,
I
you
could, like,
you lose a tooth.
When the tongue passed down, I'd be like, "What is like a gap here?" That
Actually
wasn't
funny
there.
that guys, when they're brushing, they don't brush the hind part of the teeth.
What?
Insane.
Have you ever seen guys actually
is
brushing the hind part of the
insane.
What do
teeth?
you mean by the
Hind.
hind?
Guys don't
Like,
brush behind that
Behind
tooth.
the
Oh no!
Inside.
You're
That
supposed
is
to.
brother,
You're supposed to.
Inside.
That's the priority.
You know my ick, yeah, and I'm not even an
My
ick guy.
Unpause.
But like when people die,
To
like
say
they
I'm
laugh and
inside.
they laugh upwards,
Brother,
and then you see like
stop it,
under
brother.
the
you're
tooth.
inside.
Brother, I mean,
Under the tooth
Yeah.
is not cover.
yeah.
Relax, brush your
No,
teeth.
for me, it's when I wake up or when I'm yet to brush or even when I'm stressed and I lick the inside of my teeth and it feels,
It's not as smooth.
it icks me
Yeah,
out.
it's not as smooth.
Yeah, and it's
like
not smooth.
ridges.
Yes,
yeah.
it icks me out.
I know
But
what
sometimes
you
when
mean,
you're
I know
trying
what
to
you mean.
brush behind the teeth, it kind of feels like when those bristles are like brushing over the jaw. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, but
For me, it all feels nice. I won't lie to you.
my friend, it's not.
Unless
We're
when
not
you're
here for
having, like, the
enjoyment.
bristles are not that hard.
But I'll tell you this. I
Also,
also
please,
use a particular
guys,
kind of
don't,
toothbrush.
Don't press the toothbrush and also aim for softer bristles. Like you might think that
Yeah.
I had bristle. No, I had bristles just damaging your enamel. Aim for a soft bristle and don't press.
Whether those toothbrushes we used as kiddos,
Don't
remember
press.
they're
You don't need
multicolored.
to press.
You would brush
and
till
then you
the-
floss. And
The
sometimes
toothbrush is like hair, bro.
the floss that's just a thread is harder to navigate, especially for back teeth. So me, I use the floss that's attached to a plastic thing.
Yeah, I know.
track a
With like a
toothpick.
thing that's like so at the
Yes,
end.
exactly.
Pause. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
use the thread. I use the thread, but also
How do you do your
Like them ones.
molars? Your molars at the back.
like that, bro. But you see,
Yeah, I also
similar
use that plastic
similar
thing.
to my supplement thing. I buy one floss a year,
Yeah.
and then I'll use it. It will gain.
And you
I just
move
won't buy
on.
any floss
I,
again.
cool. Help me understand this. That threaded floss you're using, because it's on in like a roll, right?
Yeah.
That you pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the mint one?
It always.
Yeah.
Always.
You can get a non.
I feel like they all have a mint. They're minted all.
Yeah, I won't lie. I don't know why I don't like the mint one.
Yeah.
How?
But you're the same person who are here talking about how Sensodyne is not yummy. So because it's not minty. So
Okay,
why
yes.
don't you get the
I don't know.
minty?
It's like,
An
it's
ice
like
cream.
I don't know. Like if I'm flossing, I want to just floss, not test the
You want
floss.
thread.
Yeah, I want that three. Which is why I use that plastic one.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
like,
even me I use a plastic
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that one
Wait,
is
let's tie this
efficient.
back to my teeth.
Yeah.
My teeth align directly, like where my canine
Your
is.
bottom.
You
your
do
bottom
have really nice
Okay,
teeth.
you have
though.
one. I can see one now at your thingy.
I won't lie
Touch
to
some of
you.
the
But
mic.
it's still straight though.
I like your
Mine
canines.
isn't. Can you see mine?
Yeah.
I can see what you
Yeah,
mean. I can
that's
see what
Yeah.
you mean. Yeah, it's
One
like
of them
this
is
one.
not.
Yeah.
To be fair though, yours is from God, mine is from my doctor.
Oh.
Respect someone's
And
education.
Jacob made crooked smile for me.
Eh?
Jacob
You're a
made
fool.
crooked smile for me.
I mean, someone told me, people used to tell me, oh, you're so adorable with your crooked teeth. No.
You do have nice teeth, though. I'll
But
tell
this
you
is
that.
the doctor's good work.
But if we see a chick with a
consult
BBL and we say you have a nice butt,
Yeah.
yeah, but so
Facts.
So
Yeah.
this whole eye thing, I'm so over it. the person who comes to me and says, what does smile?
Like, this is
I'll
not
feel
natural.
impressed 'cause it will
Cool.
change.
Let me tell you what I actually like. Those boobs where it's like half forehead, half face.
Eh?
Half forehead, half face. Like
The forehead is
forehead
so
is
big.
I don't know.
I'm watching
About
this.
that.
My boys and I said this new series called Bet on Netflix. Basically, like a school where they bet on everything. So, like the students' council is like made up of like of other directors' daughter. They be betting what. There's a chick in that thing. Her forehead is massive, but she's bad though. I won't lie.
So it's the forehead making her
For some
bad.
reason, girls with big ass foreheads, they be cute.
I feel like I've been conditioned though.
I think you've been
I think it's
conditioned.
cultural beauty standard.
And I also want you to know that when we were growing up,
Mm.
in my house, they used to tell me I have a big chidume.
What?
My
Chidume.
yeah. I have a big forehead. So that's you and your chidume. It wasn't cute to have a big forehead. Mind you, the whole house has big forehead.
Did you watch Code Lyoko?
So if you
I
stood
hate
out,
you. I try to say my forehead is as big as
That's not what I was going to say. I was just going to say those guys had foreheads, man.
Those
I
guys
won't
have
lie.
foreheads.
Hey,
No, but the whole house, say for like one brother of mine, both my parents have big foreheads, had big foreheads. My dad had big forehead. Anyway, they used to tease me for having a big forehead. And I'm like, bruh, I literally look like you guys, as in.
yeah, I won't lie. It might be a conditioning thing. Because like when I say a big forehead, me instantly attractive.
but now it's a cute thing. But you guys weren't with us when they were teasing us.
you know what's funny?
I mean, they called me solar panel in school. That's mad.
But you don't have a big forehead. You
Why
actually
did they call
don't.
you
That's
solar
corners.
panel?
Brother, you see this guy
Because
with
of
a
the
hat.
forehead.
Should he take off his thing?
Nigga, you don't get
Oh, it covers
freaking forehead, bruh.
until the eyebrow.
Let me tell you, if your forehead is a palm,
Yeah.
No.
it's nuts.
Bro, your hairline is here.
I think he's.
Should this guy take off this
I think
green and
his,
white hat?
I think his forehead just is like it kind of like stands out like it.
Yeah.
points
Yeah, here's the thing. Mine is flat.
Yeah.
Melvin's is like
No, yours is not
the
flat. Yours kind
the
of
one that.
out. Yours does something like.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the hairline. That's what I mean.
Yeah, Melvin's is like mine.
Yeah.
Yes, like the one that has the corner. That's where
Yeah.
the issue is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay, not issue.
No,
not
it's
issue.
because of this
I'm sorry,
hairstyle.
man. That's
when I have my real hair out and I pull my hair back, my hair this side starts from here.
By the way,
Yo,
guys,
that's
let me tell you.
crazy.
Do you know what someone said? This is apparently they loved our pod, still do.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
But there's a pod. I think it was the Dr. Manda pod where we made light of trypophobia,
Oh.
and it was like, man, these guys made light of my phobia,
Remind me what
But
trypophobia.
it-
but
The
still
holes.
loves the pod though.
What spiders?
No, the holes.
The pattern
It wasn't
thing.
the Dr. Amanda pod, it
Okay,
was
the
the
holes.
Sabrina pod.
Sabrina.
The
Sabrina, yeah.
holes. But I was
I don't
saying
think we
that
made
thing
light of it
freaks
because
me
even me, it's a
out.
phobia of mine though.
Yes.
It's a phobia of mine. So we're saying like, yo, I don't
Guys,
know.
don't go. Come back.
Yeah, man, come back, man. We love you, man.
You know what's
we
funny?
are not going to make light of you.
Oh,
of
guys,
your,
can I
of
also
your
just say
phobias.
this? I didn't address it when Melvin said it, how people were attacking him every time he posts a girl. Guys, Melvin has friends who are not me. Additionally, he has female friends who are not me. Additionally, the least interesting thing about me is what I look like. I'm giving you the most interesting part.
Says you.
Why you cheers for that?
The most,
It's like-
the most, guys, you're creating hype for nothing. The most interesting thing about me is my character, my personality, my sense of humor, and I'm giving it to you
To
unfiltered.
be fair, that's what they say. That's what
This
they
is
say.
who I am,
Yeah.
unfiltered. I'm not creating something for the pod. So you guys are hurting my feelings when you're like, we want Seekers, but is this not
I
enough?
won't lie. Last week, I received a bunch of good reviews because of the feminism conversation. Yeah, you cooked. You cooked.
And that's why I'm giving you the best side of me. The least interesting thing about me are my looks.
Also, women are not objects, man.
Cause
Yeah.
I hear one of
relax,
you guys
man.
saying women are objects. again.
Was there someone who said that?
No.
No, but like also, it was mad what you said during that pod because everyone was like, yo.
to talk about the number of subs I got where I say like, man,
ladies?
every time when he starts talking, I'm afraid.
Guys, don't get this thing twisted.
Yeah.
Casper, okay, she mob says that looks are the least thing on her.
Cook.
Casper.
Cook.
Casper. Honestly, like,
You're not an
Casper
everyday
is
woman.
fire, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I want you guys to hear me like right, yeah?
Guys, I need you guys to understand.
Casper is a fire.
In Kampala, there are premium babes. Casper is dead. Like
And
you
you're
get
getting a
when they
bundle
say
of
oil
she's
mining.
smart and
If there's a
cute,
chick
bro.
that's going to benefit from that oil, Casper.
Someone this week told me, after listening to the feminism stuff, it's like, man, I know your move. I said, as in, what's my move? Mbo? You be cute, eh? and then you'll be so sharp. Guys are confused. I was like, don't kill me.
So it's like the Casper thing is more like under promising and over delivering.
No, like
She under promises on the looks and then she over delivers.
When we go to Paris and you see her on the thing
Apollo,
in
if
that
you're
French
over
sunlight.
Is it called Apollo?
Who's
Greek god.
Apollo?
The Greek
I-
god.
Good.
I don't know. Apollo is our boy. He's in the
Yeah,
UK.
yeah, yeah.
This one is out of the chart.
Let me tell you guys. You guys think Casper
I
is
promise.
an everyday babe.
I
She's
am.
not, bro.
No, guys.
This chick.
Simon tuwa buli job, bro.
Guys, they're lying. Malimba. No, but
Anyway.
on the real though,
Yeah.
at least in my
This is
opinion,
the this is the most vibe you'll get on this pod. Though.
I know,
We're
right?
going to start cooking you in like
I
a
know,
week.
right? The most, no, in my opinion, the most interesting thing about myself
Nice
is my
podcast, though.
character.
Okay, no one's here for you, Jazz. Listen, next topic. Next topic.
Next sub.
What do you call it?
Next sub.
Can you give us a dilemma? We
Yeah,
did a dilemma.
yeah.
I
Let's
don't
go
think we
through a
did
bunch
dilemma
of
last week.
straightforward subs and then we do a dilemma.
Okay.
So yeah, whoever was about the snap, DM us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Then someone said there's this meal at Mizo, the barbecue bulgogi served with veg, like a lot of it, and you basically have to wrap the meat into the leaves. It got me wondering, is that like healthy according to the health pod? Guys, we fell off low-key, but we're coming back with a bang.
But it's also
me, I
because
did.
like
Naga, why haven't you been showing me your food?
Because guys stop sharing
You
pictures.
show me.
okay, me I did.
For me, ever since that point,
Whoever is eating veg, show me.
every meal of mine has at least 40% veg. At least
Always an herbivores, yeah.
Okay, guys, man, I need you guys to understand I'm doing this for you, bro. Like when we're reviewing like silo food, it might not be 40% veg. But
Silo
it's for
food is
you guys,
different.
you get.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for you to know
They
what
were
the
plugging
meal
you
is.
onto nice food.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's called
So
a cheat
this
day.
is
Are they called cheat days?
it's not cheating. I'm cheating every day, bro.
Yeah.
This is market research for you guys. I'm making the research for you guys.
Okay. For like a quick second there, Wendy sounded like Casper. Just a slight second.
Really?
Really?
Where? Which episode?
This came in immediately. We posted the main pod.
I can't see it though.
I also can't
Cool.
see.
Me neither.
Cool.
Hey guys, love the pod.
Love you too.
Young listener here. Question for you guys since you're a bit older.
Easy. Go easy on that.
Relax, you better be like
How do
50.
Easy on me like I don't say.
how do you love a person? It's a simple question, but it's high time we actually ask the things that we weren't taught in uni and in school.
Lucky, this is also like a dilemma to me.
Right?
Question.
I think we talked about it last week.
yeah.
Love is a verb.
I think we've said that love is a choice. You choose to love someone. It's not like a feeling because emotions come and go, bro. So you choose to love the person, but you also have to act on that love, man. And even in the days when you don't feel like loving the person, you have to choose to. That's pretty much what I can say. Like, if you're basing your love off of emotion, good luck. Good luck, man, because one day you wake up and a person just looks like a roadcaster, man, to you. And now
Speaking
you're
of
pissed.
love, I have a small digression. And now the small digression has reminded me of another sub, which I can't find right now, but I'm going to say it off head. Someone said every time we're talking about a topic and someone digresses, they're super excited, like, yeah, the pod is going to go on for longer.
Guys, we only have so many hours we can
Right.
record in Silo Restaurant. You get me?
Small
Yeah.
digression about love. I've been struggling lately. You know how I fear rejection, right? So sometimes I can be there. And obviously, I'm not in any romantic situation. So this is with my friends, mind you. Sometimes I can be there and, like, let's say I feel a certain type of way about a friend, like I miss them. What is wrong, Wendy?
Someone singing funny songs as in, uh-huh.
Anyway, sometimes I can be there and I feel a certain type of way about my friends. Like I miss them, or I meet my friend and I want to hug them. And not all my friends are super touchy-feely. I'm a really touchy-feely person, naturally. Naturally, that's who I am. But because I fear rejection, I hold back. Sometimes I can be there and I want to hug someone, but then I'll just like hold it back. And then
It's also touchy-feely.
he's not touchy-feely with, okay, we're not touchy-feely with each other. He's touchy-feely with you. We're going to have a talk about this, Melvin.
Don't strong
We're
on
going
me.
to have a feeling as to why you touch Sydney, but you don't touch me.
Hey, yo.
We'll talk about it later.
Anyway, so now I've been feeling like I don't know how to go about it. Like,
About like,
I don't want to have that weird, icky conversation with my friends. Like, how I tell Melvin, I want to hug you. Ew.
let them listen to the pod because now they know.
But you don't need to
Not-
tell me that you want. You can just hug me.
Not all my friends listen to the pod.
Send them this timestamp. On YouTube, you can copy a link to
The one
a
person
particular second.
I have only two friends where my best friend, aside Melvin, immediately we meet each other, we'll hug, I'll carry her.
She's touchy.
Yes, she's really touchy. Then I don't carry. And then I have another friend who that one we have a running joke that she wants to munch me, I want to munch her. So meet, we'll peck on the lips, we'll whatever.
Back on the
I'm not
lips.
trying to peck Melvin on the lips.
Yeah.
Wendy,
I know
don't
how-
comment on that one.
I know how guys will interpret this. They'll say I want to pick Melvin. I don't want to pick Melvin on the lips.
Break me, I slap you.
Tit for tat.
Quick. Pop up.
What are you doing?
What's that called? Damages.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know how to go about it because I feel like I'm doing my best as I get to a certain age to be the most authentic version of myself. And that means surrounding
includes-
myself with people who are okay with the most authentic version of myself.
Do they
So-
know this though?
Eh?
Like, have you told them
I don't have this conversation. It's uncomfortable and icky.
in your head?
Okay. This actually goes perfectly into my answer to this question. I think that you need to because the question was, how do you love somebody? I think that you start by loving people the way that you know how to love, like the way you've been raised to love. So you love people how you know how to love initially. But then as you get to know them, you come to learn how they like to be loved or how they are comfortable being loved.
Yeah.
And then you figure out how to love them in that way. So even now, like with your thing of, okay, hugging, kissing your friends, if it's a friend who would be comfortable with that, then you love them like that. And then you know that, okay, this person is now aware that I've showed them love because that's how they like to receive love. And then, yeah, for the ones who you're not sure how they like to be loved, you either ask or you try things and they'll tell you, bruh, relax. Or you can kind of sense their body language and you're like, okay, relax. But for me, obviously, you can hug me.
For you, what?
For me, you can hug me.
Yeah, I know I can.
Yeah, you can hug me.
I know I can hug you, but then also
But
sometimes.
also with my best friends,
Yeah.
especially the ones who are women,
Yeah.
I try for us not to do anything that would make their
Yeah.
future partners uncomfortable, bro.
Not even
Type
that. I feel like we've never had a boundaries conversation. But this is a perfect segue because there's a boundaries submission.
Okay.
We've never had a boundaries conversation, but then I also feel like us aside and our relationship dynamic aside, there is respectability politics involved. Like for future partners, current partners, potential
the fact
partners,
that you're best friends as well.
society, the fact that
Yeah.
we're best friends and we're of opposite genders.
Yeah.
I feel like something that might be innocent. You know, it's very easy to get comfortable and lost
It
in
is.
the loop of we're
is.
besties, we love each other, da, 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 da. And then you don't realize that from the outside looking in, what you're doing looks crazy, bro.
Yeah, literally.
You get it?
Yeah.
And I hear you. I hear you on
I'll
that.
tell you, the only thing that I can do with my female friends that I can't do with my guy friends is hold hands. Like, so you see, for me, if I hold your hand, I have to do it like this.
It's not like the
I
interlocking
can't
thing.
do it like this.
Yeah, because it's like,
You know what I mean?
but
So-
like,
Wow, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides that, like, my guy friends and my chick friends are the same because I will hug my homies.
Yeah.
I'll hug you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you see,
but
when
for
I-
you, I can hold your hand.
Yes. But when I'm working with my female friends, we interlock arms.
like
I feel like you interlock my
Arms?
arms sometimes.
Sometimes, but not often, because sometimes
arms or fingers?
arms.
Arms, eh? Okay.
I will interlock either fingers or arms, but I really do arms a lot. Fingers not so much. Fingers he usually does it when I can't see. I'm not wearing glasses or something like that.
When you're blind.
Yeah. But the
Hey, it's a
arms,
blind babe.
the arms thing, yeah. Sometimes like I have to
Woman.
you're fake. Sometimes I have to be cognizant and be like, oh, this could be misconstrued. You get?
You only have to be. You only have to be worried about. As long as you don't have a man, you only have to be worried about.
Or like how it would affect
Yeah.
your people's
I think-
perception of you.
I think going back to what he said, to like, I guess, bring the thing home. You're loving these people how they want to be loved.
Yeah.
Fair. You might have to have the conversation with them on how you want.
I know Melvin wants to be how he wants to be loved.
Until now, your other
His
friends.
love is not for touch. I know his love.
Now you like touching.
Yeah.
What is my love?
Your love.
Hold on. Let's not tell them.
We don't tell the people, okay?
Yeah. Now your other friends, you have to have the conversation with them because them they won't see it. You know, The funniest thing is, there are times when, because you're receiving the love, you also feel like you're giving back the love.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might have to have the conversation
Yeah.
with them and
You
be
might
like,
be
"Yo,
operating
like,
in your love language and you don't realize you're not operating in someone else's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way forward. Like, have a conversation with them and yeah.
Conversation is icky, guys.
It's really
Like-
it's icky to you. Funniest.
Like
yeah?
lately, I feel like I've been making friends, right? And
You haven't texted me though, but cool.
I haven't texted you. Can we hug after this episode?
Hmm?
Can we hug after this episode? Okay.
I'll be
So-
here for it.
Tell me and I turn away.
Why? Because how can I hug another friend?
Anti-HR policy.
No, I feel like I've been making with my established friends. Those ones I can just say, you know what, I want a hug. You get. But with my now that I'm making friends, meeting new people and whatnot, I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to go about it. Sometimes I'm a awkward babe. Mostly when I'm behind the camera. In real life, awkward.
Awkward shorty.
I can't see it.
Well, at 150, by 200, you'll be in front of a camera.
As
That
in-
counting your episode.
We won't be in Uganda by then.
By
Don't worry.
200,
as
you'll be in front of a camera.
this is a warning.
Guys, subscribe to the Patreon. We're
You've
going to
issued-
unveil
you've
Casper's face
issued a
at the
public
Eiffel
warning.
Tower.
By 200, you'll be in front of a camera.
You've issued a public warning.
That's only one more year.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm not ready.
Don't worry about it. You will be.
You have what?
In a year.
June
You're not
2025.
ready to show your face.
2026.
No.
When we are reading the next national budget,
You'll be.
you will be there.
Okay.
We will be at the Eiffel Tower. We'll have a studio,
Still
everything.
don't have a, that was a dilemma of sorts.
That
Yeah.
was a dilemma. You can just do like 2 more straightforward subs and then
Okay.
That's how you love, man.
2 more straightforward subs and then a dilemma. I just wanted to say I personally believe you guys have the greatest podcast out right now.
oh damn.
The world just needs to get to know. I run a platform for creatives and would love to connect with you. You've created something special. Love from London. Please DM us on Instagram, on Patreon, on TikTok, on Snap, whatever,
Thank you, man.
and we'll get in touch. But thank you. We
That's
appreciate your
very
appreciation.
Very flattering.
Casper, thank you for introducing me to soft care. I was suffering. That's me.
Yo, guys, I won't lie to you, yeah?
Women supporting
The other
women.
day I was at the supermarket and I was going through like the perfume section because I was like, what new scents do they have? Like the Eco Mart of Gaba Road. And right opposite the thing was like,
Pads.
yeah. And I saw Shuya and I like, I'm not even like a bad guy. Bro.
You know that
I like
they're
this is
bad
the
guys,
jazz that
eh?
makes our babes suffer.
Melvin, are you a bad guy? When day you a bad guy?
Maybe PS5 pads.
Station pass.
Yo. Yeah, but like I frowned because of Shuya, bro. Our girls are suffering because of your company.
Oxygen.
Yeah, style up,
Mint.
man. Yeah, so shout out soft care, man.
Sharp
Have you guys ever been sent to buy pads?
What?
Use scent.
Have you ever been sent to buy
Yeah,
pads
I have.
by a chick
Yeah,
you're dating?
yeah.
I have.
Not by my sisters.
Never by a chick.
By a chick.
Actually, I want
My
to be
sister,
involved in
my
that.
sister's talk,
Why do you
bro.
want to be involved?
Yeah, why are you only showing me the good parts?
Hmm?
And also to be there.
Yeah. I like where you're coming from.
When do
actually.
you
Yeah.
flabbergast me, bro?
I have.
Coming from a good place.
It's from a good place.
I know you said this has to be addressed.
Yeah.
I want to buy Casper's NYX gloss. Does MJP have a Momo number?
We've not yet bought it.
Do we have a Momo number?
We do. We
What
do.
is
We do.
it?
We do. 079.
On this part, I should
Yes.
actually put it down below.
Yes,
So
please
if
put
it's
them.
there.
Yeah,
Actually-
it's going to be
It's
here.
in most of our descriptions. I've been taking it out, but in the description of this pod, it will be there.
It will be there.
Yeah.
Please. That's a Momo number. It's in whose name? Your name?
Yeah. It's my name.
Oh my God. The person who keeps saying, call me,
Yeah.
sent his number.
Nice.
Are you going to call?
I'm not going to call on my number, guys.
But
What
we
a
can't use the
treat.
Bro, you're
MJP
in the
number
right
though.
place. You're in the right
So we
place.
call what? With our number.
Like, you want to use our number to call?
One of you
To be
guys.
fair, it's
You
our
have
number.
like a banner phone or something.
I don't have a banner phone. My work line isn't
I have-
interesting right
I have
now.
minutes. You can use my number.
Yeah.
Call him and do it.
He keeps saying, Casper, call me, Casper, call me. So then in the last episode, we said, okay, then send your number. And we told him we'll call him live.
That's what we.
You know
I feel like that has to be a patron
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I can call him.
Could be.
We're going to call him on Patreon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay. This No, this is for Patreon.
But how will we hear though?
No, I'll
'Cause
On
we
his
need.
phone.
call.
Okay. We need.
I know you guys be
Thingies.
scared every time Wendy's about to jazz.
Nah,
No.
not at all.
No, by the way, let me
That made
just say
feel
this.
bad about my
And let me
comment.
address this because I couldn't find the sub. But someone said that they think that maybe I have some sort of animosity with Wendy or something like that. I don't. If anything, I appreciate his ability to be his true self.
Shout out Wendy,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out Wendy.
Shout out
Any
Wendy.
animosity anyway.
The next
Type
sub,
Wendy in the
next
comments.
sub is shout out to my fighter Windek. What a man!
Man among men. Man among men.
Man, yeah,
Actually, if you talk about Toto Men,
Windek.
this guy is like, what's his name? Braveheart.
I mean,
William Wallace, bro. This is the guy.
On the subjects of setting boundaries in male-female friendships and having to voice it at times in order to draw a line in the sand, have either Casper or Melvin had to have this conversation with each other? No.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like honestly, I feel like with true friendships, like it does not.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Not that it's not necessary, because I feel that when we get partners, there might be some shit that they're
Yeah, to be
uncomfortable with.
required.
But if you're being completely objective,
Yeah.
the shit that you just do not do with your friend.
And also,
Yeah.
guys, I need you guys to understand. These guys did not become friends when they started the pod.
Oh,
bro.
bro, like,
Relax.
we've had years of like
Yeah.
learning each other and knowing like there's some shit that you don't even have to be told, but like there's some shit you do not do with your sister. You know what I mean?
I need you guys to understand something.
Like-
when you're genuinely not attracted to each other, when you're not, excuse my French, when you're not trying to fuck, there's a way you will naturally behave. It,
I'm not
it
going
goes
to grab
without.
Exactly.
You
I'm
get
not
it.
going to over like bite her neck. You know what I mean? Like
Why are you sussing?
easy, bro. Like there's just stuff that you just
Yeah.
cannot do
Yeah.
with our homie. Like the stuff I can do with Sido is the stuff I cannot do with Casper.
Yeah.
Literally.
And-
Same
And
for
you also,
holding hands.
you who has asked, you also have those bad days.
And I see sometimes I see some friends, even friends of mine, like just doing some kind of inappropriate shit, bro.
No,
Like
guys are befriending people they're attracted
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Like you guys, you find her attractive, like you're attracted to her.
but you can't go there.
You can't go there. So you start tickling yourself. Why are you tickling?
they're not befriending, bro.
They're not
They are friend zoned.
Yes, your friend zoned. This isn't a zone.
True shot.
But I think people really be in zones, and then you those were loopholes. Where you're tickling each other and you cuddle. when
Anytime
it's
now.
cold.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
you
yeah.
cuddling?
Nah, I won't lie.
You cuddle. Sydney,
I've not even said anything.
we're familiar with your game.
I've not even said anything, but calm.
Okay, let's do a dilemma.
Yes.
Part 1. Hey MJP,
Hi.
I need your advice. I enjoy dating older guys because of the power, money, and experience they come with. I'm literally daughtered, not girlfriended. But then I also enjoy the fact that I influence very powerful men out there. I've literally influenced some policies in one of the big organizations in Uganda in bed.
Ah, cool. So if you're a listener, man, tell them about podcasts and them ones. You
Brother.
get like,
Get us on PDA.
PDM,
we have,
PDM.
we have to be in the budget.
In yoga.
Yeah.
I
So
really
guys are in beds with MPs.
don't
We
worry.
didn't specify.
I really enjoy that power, but I feel like now I want love. I want to be in love, but it's a lie to say that I can be in love with a man 18 years older than me. It would be okay if he wasn't married anyway, but I know with a younger guy I will have to be in a normal relationship, which I don't even think I know how to be in. I don't know what to do, talk about in a relationship with my age mates. I assume it's the same, but I've not done it before, and also I'm scared I might have unrealistic expectations from a guy my age. I'm 26 years old, and there's a 28-year-old in my inbox. Kindly advise, should I try dating this younger guy? Won't I break him?
Okay. perfect.
Interesting.
Wanna
I
start?
like this. I like this dilemma.
I wanna start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, dating guys your age or guys younger than what you're used to dating is going to be new. You need to give yourself grace and also give the people who you choose to date the same type of grace. It's going to be a different experience. So don't project the expectations from your previous relationship onto this one. In fact, honestly, the best way to enter most relationships is without like strict expectations. Like just come,
Tough, but
kind
true.
of come to it
Yeah.
like come to it with an open mind, truly open mind, because you don't know you don't know. You don't really know what this person is capable of, or the lengths they are going to go to try and like, I guess, make you happy, because that's what most people try to do when they're just entering relationships. So just give them a chance, because even them, they'll be giving you a chance. The chick who dates mostly older guys
With power.
is also not the ideal for a 28-year-old man. So
Without
the same
power.
way you're giving him a chance is the way he's giving you a chance. So just come as your true self. He'll come as his true self, or at least whatever version of his true self he wants to bring. And you guys will figure it out somehow. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. But just move with grace, man. Just like give it a chance. It could work, it couldn't work. But give it a chance, bro. Give it a chance. What are my thoughts?
I agree, and I'll supplement. First of all, it might be a bit tricky if you tell this guy about your past relations, because some guys also have a tendency to be like, damn, that's who you dated. I'm a chiller guy.
I think
You
it can be a bit intimidating.
yeah, it can be somehow. So I guess it will be tough, but one, you have to learn that this guy is not who you've dated in the past. He's not like that. So there are things if it's love that you seek, as you say, there are things you'll have to forego. Yeah? There are policies you won't make anymore, bro. Like
That's true. Chill that policy jazz, bro.
Because, man,
minimal.
us as the pod, we need you to lock in one more time.
You'll inform us to whether he subscribes from Patreon.
Yeah.
That's your biggest policy.
Like, there are policies you'll have to forego, man.
Literally.
And it's, as we said like 10 minutes ago, love is a choice, bro. And if that's what you're looking for, you have to choose to release what you've known in the past. And as Melvin said, give this guy a chance. However, you might also find that in the case that this is the kind of person who gets intimidated by your past relationships, you might have to put in a bit more work than like a regular relationship, in like reassurance and letting the person know that this is what you've chosen. So going into the relationship knowing that that might be an issue depending on the guy, and that you might have to put in more work that way. Yeah. So I love where your heart is at, but I can't say that it will be like the easiest thing. Like, love is not cozy, bro. So that's what I would say.
Okay, me, I have something to say about that. First of all,
Like, you're waiting.
deciding
What
to
have you been doing
date
for?
someone who is older than you, who is way older than you, the first thing you need to understand is that you're not going to find him single. He's probably a father to a daughter who is of your age.
You've cooked.
I'm probably
You've cooked, man. Your classmate.
I hear that she's looking for power, is it?
She's looking for love. She has
yeah.
had power.
Yeah, she's 26 and there's a 28-year-old in her DM.
I don't think she will
Melvin, is
get
it you?
Man, that's what I was also thinking, bro. Listen, that's an idea, bro.
You
That's an idea.
you're
We need that older guy.
Yeah.
There's this older guy, and then she's like,
Yeah.
man, they might track
Really?
Melvin. And
That older guy.
I
feel
remember
this guy,
Melvin
bro.
said he's in requests. So she's there deliberately.
Let them track me. Let me deal with that.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
manage.
that's on you.
Yeah. let me deal with
Yeah, I
that.
hear it.
I believe that you won't get his full attention. He'll be there. He'll meet you. You guys will
Who, the 28-year-old?
have everything. No, I'm meaning
Older
that
guy.
guy.
Older
Oh, the older
The
guy.
older
Okay, okay.
Because I feel like she's more interested in the older ones, right?
She
So
was.
She shouldn't look for a single older guy because those guys aren't there. Or maybe they're divorced. Or it may even be the same thing as Casper said some time back, that the reason why this guy is still single, he has a problem. Understand? So that should also be considered. And also, you should look into dating this 28-year-old, because sometimes there is a fulfillment you get out of dating someone, and you rise from rags to riches together. You know, instead of this thing.
They had to look at Casper.
Mama with the
Casper,
Cook.
okay, this guy, you're not going to find him when he's like flat broke.
Yeah.
When he can't buy nothing.
Yeah.
You're going to find him when he can actually afford some things.
Yeah.
But the actual things you want in your life to feel like you're full, like you feel like your heart is content, you're going to have to be with him and make sure that you make that money together and get those things. If you're looking for a guy in the same age bracket as you, that guy is not going to be financially stable.
That's
the guy is still nashing.
like I am.
Still figuring it
Exactly.
out.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nish.
he's trying to figure it out. The
Yeah.
guy, the only guy who
28-year-olds.
who
I
has
have
it
to
all
niche the most.
figured
bro.
out is probably someone's father.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're also just something he can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'll
You're
tell you
not-
this. To add to what Wendy's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, damn.
Damn one.
That's another cocktail took me one. I was like, I can wave, bro. When it comes to the money thing, just to interject or add to what you're saying, I think it's mostly guys who find that like fulfillment of like rags to. I think it's like a guy thing.
It's a guy thing, but when you reach the riches, he goes back and dates a 26-year-old. When you're now both 46. He goes back and dates a 26-year-old. So don't bore me with that rags to riches jazz, by the way.
I feel like that's
not. let's
You
not
reach
act
the
like that's,
riches, and then he goes back and dates a 26-year-old.
everyone. Not everyone.
Unless
Not
when you're
everyone.
going to
Not
try-
everyone.
Honestly, I don't
Not
think
everyone.
Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
not everybody does
There's
that.
riches.
Mind you, my
And there's,
opinion,
like,
my opinion might
riches.
shock you guys. My opinion might shock you guys, but continue.
Casper, there are guys who can actually kulangila. I don't know what that word is in English.
I understand that.
So
And what if we both want
if
to date
you
that 26
if you
year-old?
made that money together,
If I could reach you,
What if we both want?
Melvin, if I could reach you,
Fair enough.
if Melvin,
We both want.
Melvin,
You've cooked. You've
if
cooked.
I
You've
could
cooked.
reach you,
It's-
they'll report this podcast on YouTube for violence. If I could reach you right now,
She can though.
so if you're making that money with that guy, like you found him when this guy like maybe he earns like 500K and you've been with him like for 3 years rather, and this guy is now maybe like earning like millions. Bro, you have a right to that money. Like
that's true.
he owes you that money.
He would feel like he does as well.
Anyway,
Exactly. He
for-
can't
Yeah.
kulangila
You know
you
what?
when you're
For
in
me,
that
my
state.
opinion-
But when you find me when I'm already settled with my dimes, bro, you can't say nothing.
My opinion is not even going to be based off of money. You know, as someone who has been there, done that, the old guy thing. I didn't reach your level of 18 years, mkwano. I stopped at 14.
Policy making. That's
I
all.
met a guy recent who was, how old was he? 48? I'm 27. He told me my eyes make him feel dizzy. It's like old men really can't vibe. Oh my God. Anyway,
Some
that,
weak ass lines, bro.
that aside. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine recently, and we were talking about, as people who have dated older guys, the oldest she has dated, he's 49. She's 27. So we're talking about it, and we were saying how, money aside, the big things aside, let's talk about everyday enjoyment and fulfillment. You get. Sometimes you want to be in a relationship where you can make a joke and it's understood like that. You get. I don't want to have to tell you the body is tea and you ask me what does that mean.
True.
Understand?
Hence looking among your age mates.
Exactly. Like, money aside, provision and all of that. Listen, first of all, you have to be an optimistic person that whatever you're doing in life is going to work out with or without a man. I don't know. There are those people who are looking forward to men being their way of working out. So I might not have the right jazz for that type of person because that's not the type of person I am. Because I'm low-key ambitious and I'm trying to do my own thing. But whatever you put your mind to, whether it's finding a guy to take care of you and your family and your homestead, whatever you put your mind to will work out. You just have to be an optimistic human being. However, not even however, but if you're looking at your life like that and you're saying whatever I do will work out, whatever relationship I'm in will work out, it will work out. You get. Be patient and live in the moment. If you're 26 years old, I don't think you should be bothered about how rich we are. You're 26 years old. If you're going to live until 86, you've not even lived, you get. You've lived a very small percentage of your life. To be that greedy, to be thinking about what does my man have, blah, 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 all of that. Secondly, about living in the moment and about just the enjoyability of the relations and the... As someone who has mostly dealt with older guys, at least this was pre-25. I've not dealt with them after 25. Pre-25, I found myself having to act older, seem older, blah, 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 blah. There's a time I was having an argument with a guy. The time I was 20, he was 34. And it wasn't even a serious argument. He was annoyed with me because when I was crossing the road, instead of looking both ways, it was at night, as from the bar. He had come to pick me up, and he was across the road. So I'm crossing the road, And as I'm trying to cross, I'm looking behind to say bye to my friend instead of looking at both sides of the road. P.S. It's the middle of the night. The road is not full. I reach across the road and he starts a fight. That was such an irresponsible way to cross the road.
We don't have one ways in Uganda, bro.
Eh?
We don't have one way in Uganda.
Of course, we don't have
bro.
one way in Uganda, but he's so mad at me that was such an irresponsible way to cross the road. So we have this fight, we reach home, we are having this fight. I'm like, brother, I'm dead, bro. Like, so at the time, me and my friends had this thing where we'd be arguing and we'd tell each other, man, eat shit. You guys, I told him, eat shit. Didn't they lecture me for 2.5 hours? He asked me, is that how you talk to your mom?
Casper, that's the price you get.
I think
to
that's what
pay.
she said when she said dotted. I feel dotted.
Yeah, that's the price you
Brother.
get to pay when you date a guy who is the age of your dad.
You get it? I called my friends the next day. You guys, do you know that eat shit thing led to a lecture and a 2-hour fight? Do you know?
Literally, I've never heard you say it again, so I know that you learned to listen. You learned to listen.
I was traumatized.
Yeah.
Do you know we argued until 5 a.m.?
I tell you, when you're from the bar, that argument can be somehow.
Bruh, I was like, I went back to hostel and I told my friends, you guys, we used to tell each other eat shit every day. Like someone would say, no, me, today I don't want to eat rice. I want to eat like fries. And like, eat shit, we're eating rice. You guys, they lectured me. But is that how you talk to your mom? First of all, are you my dad? As in,
Lucky.
eat shit, bro.
It's a dynamic.
Yeah.
You dig? So, first of all, I'm a big fan of respectability. Like, don't talk to your partner like that. I don't appreciate being spoken to like that by strangers, by friends, by partners. But yeah, it shouldn't be an age thing. Someone should not demand or compel respect out of you. It's earned. So, yeah, like on this side, now that we've begun talking to boys our age, guys, young boys are harassing me. That's a patron conversation because this pod is ending. And now that we've begun speaking to people in our age bracket, a little bit older than us, our age, or a little bit younger than us, you realize that, bro, at the end of the day, we should be mates. You get? When you're dealing with someone 15 years older than you, in some instances, you can be mates. But when the need arises, they will pull rank.
Of course, so like,
Yeah,
look at this young chick
definitely.
talking to me like I'm a bad day, man.
Exactly.
Definitely
Like,
pull
they'll pull
Telling
rank.
me eat shit. Go relax.
You get it? This is someone who was, in 2001, he was in uni.
The
In
age
2001, I
difference
was
is
in
gonna count.
daycare.
Brother.
So I'm like, you get. So all of those big things aside, you're only 26. For some people, it's not their cup of tea. I know people who have always desired to be with older men, and right now they've settled down with older men. Try it and see if it works for you. It's not that big of a deal. You're a child. You're only 26 years old. I said this as a 27-year-old. You're only 26 years old. Do what you want to do. See if it works for you. However, do not put the burdens, responsibilities, and pressures of a 45-year-old man on a 26-year-old or 28-year-old. Do not expect him to pay your rent and give you a card and and make policies. His biggest policy is, do I have $5 for MJP Patreon? And tell him he has it.
For the both of you, so $10.
Yeah, tell him he has
$10.
it. But aside from that, be mindful of that. But at the same time, he's your boyfriend. Because sometimes with younger guys, I be so conscious. I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to. I don't know if he can afford to do that.
But that's just like consideration.
Yes, it's consideration. So I can even.
Yeah.
I feel like if I got into a relationship with a younger guy right now, I think I might even offer to pay for some dates.
And that's calm.
Let's go.
I wish that's how it's supposed
Let's
to be.
go.
And that's
Relax. And when I'm dealing
not
with the
how
other
it
ones, I only pay on his birthday.
Casper,
But
this is a relationship, not a transaction.
yes, it's a partnership. It is. It's a partnership. And if we're both 27 years old, we're both working, we're both striving, we're both doing our masters, I understand where you're at. And unless you come from obscene, unless you come
Trust
from
fund,
family
baby.
money, exactly.
Yeah.
If you're like me, and you don't, I understand that. Maybe that's why I've never dated someone my age.
Casper, I want you to understand this. We guys, sometimes
hold
guys
on.
be
You guys
arguing.
You guys are cooking right now, but I'm dying to pee. We need to wrap this podcast.
Okay.
Guys be arguing about these guys over jazzing for them, like when they pay for some stuff and all that shit. But trust me, if you're in a relationship, when you guys, you're like paying for some stuff, like you're going on a date and then you decide one of the days to to pay the bill. This guy will never like kumanyela you, like, you get it? This guy will never feel like he owns you. That's one thing you girls like lose.
No, but also there's something you need to
If this
know.
guy is
They think I'm joking about that.
You might pee on yourself,
Dying
bro.
to pee, bro.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think
We can finish this on Patreon.
yeah, but also I
I'm
think
dying.
this is a learned thing. Like, this is only something you can truly speak about when you go through it. So I think you should talk to the 28-year-old. Also, don't two-time him. Like, don't give him a cliche and a stereotype. Talk about him, go, I was dating this girl and she was seeing a 40-year-old on the side. It's so boring, yeah? Guys really hold on to that boring jazz. But see what he's about. If it's Melvin, accept his DM request.
500k a
I
month.
mean, why? No.
Bajo, is a budget. 500 bob a month.
If you influence that
Take it or
policy,
leave it.
we can increase that 500 to 1 ma.
Don't dare put branch in that, because that will be the only date you'll have.
This 500k is tax tax inclusive.
That's a personal expense.
Yeah.
Expense. It's not counted. It's a drawing.
Okay, let me get into this right off the bat. First of all, I want to complain to Malt Choice. Do you guys know that Kampala Cream is back?
Yes.
So on Sunday, I was on some person, I don't know whether it's Mommy Debbie or something. I was on her stories, Instagram stories. And I saw this car clip where they were like, Zahara Totoshi was like in an argument with some chick. I was like, yo, I need to watch this. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to pay for DSTV because I won't watch it. So I decided to pay for Showmax.
Bro.
So as I'm paying for the Showmax, the first red flag was as I was looking through the bundles or the packages they are offering, I didn't see any 4K. You know, I'm a sucker for high res. Like, I want things to be high resolution.
We know you.
So I'm looking through the old bundles they are offering, and I'm not seeing any 4K. It's all full HD. So I'm like, Kawa, full HD is Kawa for Ugandan standards. So I subscribe to this bundle, which involves the phone and the TV.
Yeah.
Fast forward, getting everything done, I start trying to watch. First of all, I noticed that among the episodes, rather the seasons, I'm seeing only season 1. But, okay, the first thing I was like, okay, maybe Ugandan, the way they do it is like season 1, I'm seeing under season 1, they're like 23 episodes. So I'm like, maybe they just broke it down into like, you get. So I decided to just break it down, like maybe let's say the first 10 episodes are for when Baby Gloria left, and then the next to make 20, it's when Etania left, and then the 3 are from the new one. Bruh, I couldn't find the new one.
Yeah. The new one wasn't there.
I paid to watch the new episodes and the
yeah.
one day.
Yeah.
I'm already pissed at that point. So I'm trying to watch, you know, I have this thing whereby when I'm trying to watch a new season, I first watch the previous episode. So I'm trying to watch the previous episode. It's the old episode. And the worst thing is that the resolution is trash. This thing
Not
is
HD.
like standard SD, like the standard definition. It's like
480p.
480, bro. And I'm like, yo, what are you, like, why are you showing me this on the TV? So I'm like,
You couldn't change it.
am I just tripping? I couldn't.
Because
was like, am I
I used
just
to be able to get 1080 on that thing.
Mind you, my internet is freaking fast. I'm having 250 MBPS, megabits per second. So I go to other videos. I'm trying to look for the clear resolution. Maybe I was thinking maybe it's Kampala Chrome which is having this shitty res. Bro, it's the same thing. So I'm like, no. Right now I'm feeling bamboozled. Like I'm like, yo, you guys, you can't be giving me this.
Yeah.
So I get to my phone because honestly, I can wait however long it may take for this thing to load in 4K. I'm trying to wait for that time so that I can get it in 4K. So I get on my phone. But on the phone, it's Kawa. The res is Kawa, it's full HD. So I'm like, okay, good enough they had this option where I can cast on the TV. But on casting on the TV, it's Kawa. From the phone, casting on the TV, it's Kawa. So I'm like, why are they offering poor res on the TV?
Yet on the phone, they're
On
giving
the
you
phone.
what they're...
Exactly.
what your
Is
phone
Showmax not a mobile preferred thing? I
Yes,
don't know
it
much
is.
about Showmax.
It is,
It
but
is.
App.
there is an added amount. I think it's like 3K more you pay to actually get access on the TV as well.
So
And that's what I
ideally,
paid for.
Showmax, it's optimized for phone and laptop.
Why are they offering the option for the TVs
then.
and
Yeah.
the quality
Yeah.
is
So
shitty?
what they say is,
Premier
yeah,
League is fucking streamed in 4K
Yeah.
and it's even color graded.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this in 2025?
yeah, man, that's the issue with those things because, to be honest, even the decoders, many of them stop at HD. You get that's the service they offer. So not in their defense, but it's just like how it was optimized, bro. It's like how you say Snapchat is optimized for iPhones, but on Androids it doesn't work as well. You get that's how Showmax is, man. It's if you're getting it, just know it's phone, laptop, cast to TV, because their TV app it's not the best one. It's really not.
And also, where are my episodes?
That one I don't have an answer for you.
That's my real question. Yeah.
Someone,
Because I think a lot of
where are
people,
my episodes, bro?
most people, they can't really tell the difference. They'll think, oh, maybe my internet is bad, that's why it's not clear. Oh, maybe this, maybe that. They're not thinking, oh man, I paid for 4K. They're giving me HD, or they're giving me SD, or they're giving me. Guys will they'll blame it on something else besides
You know.
the actual stuff. But the fact that you paid for Kampala Cream on Showmax.
And you know, Showmax is
And
marketed
it's
as
not
a
there.
platform for African shows.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't have them, that's
It
crazy.
should be there.
That's
it should
nuts.
be there.
That's nuts.
Showmax, man, fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Multi-choice, fix it. We know people there. Fix it, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I think we can wrap this up, bro.
Yep.
It has been a blast.
Bruh, the cocktail is swinging
swinging.
me.
Yeah, I think that now
I'm swung.
it's clear to tell that, like, for all the future pods, we're going to be doing 2 hours minimum, bro. Like, it seems like that's now just our new
The
standard.
standard.
Yeah.
But this was fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to hug your dad, kiss your mom, check on your boys, text your babe, and
Make policies, man.
yeah, man.
Make policies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no matter how you're doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Make policies that push the country forward.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week, man. Africa must unite.
must
Peace.
Bye.